Okay. 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 Oh, okay. 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 I'll do that in a minute. We live. We in here. We doing this thing. Let's get it. Let me go ahead and record on this too. I hope the audio sounds good for you guys. Sounds good over here for us.
Should I test it? Let's see.
I know at some point we're gonna trust the system and just be like, look, whatever y'all get is what y'all get. But I trust it. I think it's gonna be good for sure, for sure. Well, anyways, I'm Cousin T. That's Raj the Beast over there, and this is Simply How I Think. Shout out to all the toxic men and women out there in the world. Shout out to everyone who got mental health. We with y'all. We stand with y'all.
Where did that come from?
I don't know. I just felt that, bro. It's just in my soul, dog. I just need to make that shout out.
The toxic men and women?
Yeah, shout out to them, bro. Because they out there struggling right now. Fucking each other over, you know what I'm saying?
Why are we not shouting out the good people?
Because, you know, they already getting it. The toxic men and women, they need
That's
help.
That's not true. Nice guys finish last.
they need help. They need some saving. They need that soul cleanse, you know what I'm saying? So, I hope y'all have a Merry Christmas. But I also hope you guys had a good Thanksgiving. So, you know, we back after a short little break. So
I don't care about any of your guys' holidays.
You know, I'm not a big holiday person either.
Me neither.
If I'm keeping it 100%, you know what I'm saying? What's up, Sue?
Fuck that. That's Supu.
I know he's gonna be talking shit again.
That's Supu. Supu.
He was interacting last time, so. Well, before we jump into the main meat and potatoes and shit, there was one thing I was really thinking about the other day.
The beans and rice.
The beans and rice, the mashed potatoes, the gravy, the side turkey. I was thinking about like.
Do you have beans and rice at your Thanksgiving?
No.
Because I was just saying that because I was talking about burrito.
No, we did not have beans and rice.
I don't know who does, but go ahead. What was you gonna say?
Well, I was just thinking about the other day, like kids don't have stories, bro. Like,
what are you talking about? Like your kids don't have stories? Because
yeah,
just when we have stories when
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like I'm saying, like kids, like these days, bro. Like
gang. Shout out to my show.
They not getting in trouble. They not doing shit. You know what I'm saying? Like parents, I feel like.
Isn't that a good thing?
Nah, bro. I feel like they doing like they hella uptight these days. You know what I'm saying? Like they keep their kids from like scraping their knees and shit. You know what I mean? Like I was just thinking like when we were kids. For example, like so me and Roger, we grew up together. We were real young. You know what I'm saying? And we did a lot of stupid shit. And I would speak for our parents. They weren't helicopter parents at all, bro. Like soon as we learned how to ride a bike, we was like around the corner, down the street. I mean, and then we'd come back on time. You know what I'm saying? And everything was all good. If it was all good. If it wasn't all good, it was okay. Like I was just thinking, there was two stories I was thinking about. Like, remember that time we were walking home from school and we found a Playboy magazine in the back of the school? You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't picture my kids doing nothing like that. Like, I feel like my kids, if they found like a Playboy magazine, they would just walk past it and be like, "Oh, we're not supposed to be, you know, like have this." Like, nah, we took.
Let me ask you something. Go ahead. What would you do if you found a Playboy magazine in your son's room?
Bro, I don't know. I think I'd be like, look, I better not catch you with it again. But at the same time, I kind of be a little proud, like, like, you know, it's like I feel like these kids these days are just not. They're not doing shit. They're not doing shit that, you know, gets them in trouble. They're not doing anything that.
The livestock.
Yeah, for some reason we got poor connection. Hold on, let's see what's going on.
For the audio listeners, we're having technical difficulties with our live.
Stream settings.
Let's see if this one rotate. Let's say it's poor.
Yeah, that's what it's saying right now.
If you're listening to this audio wise, we do a live show And right now, we're just having a little bit of issues.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut this part out.
So
that's weird too, because we getting.
You gonna cut this out of my? You gonna let me talk my shit? You gonna censor me for our audio listeners? I know we're not live, but you're gonna censor me on the audio?
Yeah, it's the internet is fine for some reason. They must be on YouTube, there, bro. They playing with our shit, dog.
Fucking YouTube, bitch.
Why are they doing us like that? Hold on, I'm gonna do this.
That link not working. You can just re-click the link.
That's weird too.
It says it's on.
You gonna censor me?
Oh, that's weird. Okay.
I know we're not live.
So it just cut out like hella like the last 3 minutes of what we were saying.
Oh shit! I don't even know what the fuck's going on. Anyways,
Yeah.
I mean, I imagine y'all probably can hear
Hey,
it.
some of the chat, can y'all like give us some feedback? Is we back or like what's up?
Yeah, can y'all hear us fine?
Like, come on, Supu. Michael, I hope you didn't just exit out. Come on, y'all, 7 views. I got 7 people fucking watching this bitch, and I need y'all. I need y'all to comment. We need y'all feedback, please. Unless it stopped again. Let's even a video.
That's hella weird, bro. That's hella weird. Why is it doing that? He says he can hear us.
You can hear us?
Okay. Yeah, he said yeah, he can hear us. All right, then we're just gonna kick it like I mean, pretend like y'all can hear us. I think y'all hear us. But anyways, no, I'd lightweight be proud.
Yeah. Corona, 2 handsome men on screen.
Hey, what's up, Jerry? No, I lightweight be proud. You know
What's
what I'm saying?
good, bruh?
Like if I saw, but that shit was hella funny though. Like, we hella took that shit.
So you'd be proud
And
of
remember,
your kid at that point?
remember when Nana caught that shit?
Yeah.
We hella tried to hide it in the bushes.
Yeah.
Like, what was we gonna even do with it? Like, I was thinking,
How old were we?
shit. I think we was like, it was definitely after. Oh, I was in the 4th grade. So
No, I was in the 4th grade.
yeah, 10.
Cause we're
Yeah, we were 10 years old. We were 10 years old. So we
We didn't know what the fuck we were
So
doing
for the
back
people who just hopped in, yeah. So like, we were just talking about like kids these days don't get in trouble and shit. Like my kids are hella good. My kids are too good, and sometimes they're so good at the point like I feel like they're kind of missing out on like certain shit. You know what I mean? Like, and there was a second story, for example. So like also when me and Roger was young, and he probably don't like that I'm gonna tell this story, but we was hella stupid and we did a lot of dumb shit. And I want to say
Are we talking about stickball?
we talking about stickball, bro. I want to say we were like 6, 7, maybe.
We weren't that young.
No, bro, we were young, dog. This was around the time when we like first became like really close friends. Because like when I first met you, you got to remember Najee lived at Nana's and I didn't, right? So like Najee was actually the one that introduced me to you, because you and Najee were close at first, and then like me and you got closer as time kind of went on, but. This was like kind of like one of the first run-ins I even had like with your parents. Because we were playing baseball with a rock and a stick. Okay,
Not just a stick. It was like
a twig, bro. It
was barely a twig.
it was a whole ass twig, dog. And I was feeling myself, bro. I did that whole baseball wind up and shit. And I hella chucked a fucking fastball, Raj. And it smacked him in the face, and it cracked his head open.
I'm pretty sure I still have a scar.
I think you do, dog.
It's on my forehead. He hit me like right
Yeah, it was
here.
right there in the forehead. Blood was like rushing down. It was a gory sight for sure. But his parents were hella mad.
Yeah, I couldn't play with you for like a week.
I know, I was hella scared of like coming outside too, because I thought I for the longest time I was scared of your dad. So like I thought he didn't want like no parts of me after that. So and then like I think after that too, like I had like remember when we used to wrestle and shit and fucking like pretend like we get our fucking powers from nature. And then like one time like I think Gina was like hanging out with us, and I think I did something that hurt her too. And like your parents did not like me at the beginning. I swear to God. I swear to God, they didn't like me.
I remember we used to like try to team up and get Najee, and Najee would use his karate against us.
Yeah, and beat our asses.
Yeah, that was a fun time.
Yeah, it was fun to get your ass whooped as a kid. All right,
Honestly, though, real quick, going back to your kids.
Yeah.
Do you want them to get in trouble?
A little bit. Just a little bit.
Why?
Just, I don't know. I think it builds character.
It does.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it builds character. I think it's a cool-ass story to talk about. It's funny to laugh at. You know what I mean? Like, I'm afraid, like, my kids are not going to have those moments where they're going to look back and go, remember that time we fucking found a Playboy magazine behind school, we took it home, and, I don't know, shared it. Like, I don't, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't have that type of shit. I don't know.
So, what do you just want to, like, would you spank your kids?
I don't spank them, but I do like psychological disciplines.
Ah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I do shit like at 3 o'clock in the morning, rip them out of bed type shit.
What?
Yes, bro. And I'm not talking about like, I'm not talking about just like taking them out of bed. You know what I mean? Like I'm talking about full on grabbing them by the hips and just rip them out of bed. They're hella scared. Like they have no fucking clue what's going on. They're half asleep still. And I'll sit there and I'll put them in the middle of the living room and I'll just talk to them. I'll just lecture them about behaving. And they have to stand up there.
Off the rip.
Yeah.
That's kind of scary, to be honest. But yeah, I get that.
No one calls CPS. Y'all bitch asses. Don't be doing that shit. But anyways,
parents are soft nowadays.
Hell yeah, bro. Like, did you hear? This is not even on the sheet. And I think I fucking sent you the link to this article. There was an article where this mom just got 20 years, bro. Sentenced. Not charged. Sentenced to 20 years in prison for making her 10-year-old son walk half a mile home. So basically the story was...
I do remember you sending me this.
Yes. The child was misbehaving and throwing a fit, and the mom was like, well, if you're going to act like that in my car, you know, you can walk your ass home. Right? I mean, that shit's happened to us. That's happened to me. I'm sure this happened to you. Right? And somebody saw it and called CPS on the mom, right? So people not mind their business, probably a fucking Karen or some shit, you know what I'm saying? And they charge her with 20 years in prison. And that's crazy. Like, I mean, if they was doing that shit when we was growing up, I mean, all of our mamas would be in jail right now. You know? Like, I mean, that is for sure happened to me. That's happened to Robbie multiple times. You know, like...
Facts.
So, I don't know. Man, it's kind of weird.
Give some context. I just flipped off Supu.
I know, I see him. I ain't talking shit again. But we appreciate you.
He a troll.
We appreciate you. I wanted to start this new thing on the show.
Yep.
Right? And basically what we'll kind of do, we'll take turns. Next week you can come up with the shit. Alright, so basically it's buy or sell. And I'm going to just spitball, call out some shit. You either buy it, meaning you agree with it, or you sell it, you don't agree with that shit.
Okay.
And this shit gotta be quick. I'm talking about, and I don't need
Thunder round?
Thunder round, bro. I don't need no explanation. I'm not gonna argue with you on it.
Can I get at least like a heads up on what the...
Yeah, I'm gonna say what it is, and then you get a second.
No, like the topics. Like, is it different
It's
shit?
different. It's hella different shit, bro. It's hella different shit.
Okay.
And they probably gonna flame me for some of your opinions, but
I might say just sell on everything though.
I don't agree with none of this shit.
Now that I
you're not gonna say that. All right, you ready? There we go.
Yeah.
Back to back is a top 5 dish.
Sell.
Turkey is overrated.
Sell.
Cash is better than actual gifts for Christmas.
Sell.
No.
Bye. Sorry.
Okay.
Bye.
LeBron James is washed up.
Sell.
The Kings are making the playoffs.
Sell.
Wow. Nicki is still the best female rapper.
Sell.
Pregnant porn is hella weird.
What?
Pregnant porn. You know where bitches getting fucked when they're pregnant?
Pregnant porn is hella weird.
Pregnant porn is hella weird. Buy or sell. You never seen that shit? You've never seen shit where bitches are getting...
It's not something that I like.
Bro, it's a fetish for some people.
You know what? I mean...
It's wild.
I'll buy that.
You'll buy that? Okay. Warriors won't make the playoffs.
So
Okay, all right. Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers was overhyped.
so
Ooh. Ass is better than boobs.
bye.
Okay. Right now, Tyrese Halliburton is MIP.
MIP.
Yeah, most improved player.
So he's not.
Well, I want to hear your opinion after this. Tacos are overhyped.
I'm Mexican, so
That doesn't mean shit.
I love tacos.
You sold them half that shit. Why is Tyrese Halliburton not the MIP?
Tyrese Halliburton's not the MIP because if anyone should get the MIP this year, it's got to be De'Aaron Fox.
He's already gotten it before, right?
No, he hasn't.
He hasn't?
Nope.
Uh,
His team's doing better.
Okay.
Wins matter.
I guess. I don't know if he deserves it. I mean, I don't know. I think he's always been that guy. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, you can
Like
say
what-
the same thing for John Morant, and John Morant won it last year.
yeah, I don't think John Morant should have won it.
He gave it to Desmond Bain.
Yeah, that's the guy who should have got it. I mean, that's like John Morant was already that guy.
But if we're talking just like, you know,
That's like LeBron James getting it his second year. Like he was always that nigga. Like
you know, honestly, because I have always hated this. Like John Wall was robbed of a Rookie of the Year because
of
he gave
Blake
it to
Griffin.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Donovan Mitchell was also robbed of Rookie of the Year too.
Who won it in his year?
Ben Simmons. That's why they do that.
No,
Yeah, bro.
I don't think that's right.
Yes, it was.
No.
Yes, it was, dog. That's why they do that argument where it's like, or that thing where Ben Simmons is going to win Rookie of the Year again.
No, not in that year because Ben had been in the league for already a couple years.
No,
before
he was in the league the year before, but he got injured. He never even played.
I don't think that's accurate.
Okay. So after sitting out due to a foot injury,
What
he was
year?
named Rookie of the Year in 2008.
What? 2008?
Or 2018, my bad. 2018. All right.
Say Ben Simmons ain't that
Okay,
old.
let's talk about Donovan Mitchell's Rookie Year.
He's only like 3 or 4 years in. What
He
draft
didn't-
does that say?
2017. Ben Simmons. So it was a 2017 year that he was drafted, but the season ends in 2018. That's when they give the award. I promise you that's how it went.
I gotta fact check you right now. I don't trust your
Bro,
technology.
I'm looking at Google right now, dog. Anyways, no, I think honestly they should change that rule. To be honest with you, I think like if you get injured your rookie year, you just basically forfeit like that right to win.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Donovan
I
Mitchell.
know I'm right.
Donovan Mitchell and Jason Tatum possibly were.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, and Jason Tatum had a great rookie year too.
Yeah, he did.
It should have been only those two guys.
Wow, that's crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Ben Simmons is that young, huh?
Yeah,
What a fall from grace.
I think he's doing all right, man. I think he's gonna be okay.
He should be. He should be way better than what he's playing.
Yeah, but you also got to think of it like this. I mean, he is coming off an injury. If he really was
No, he's
actually
not.
injured,
He's
Yeah.
coming off of mental health issues.
Yeah, that's an
Which I
injury,
get.
bro. you can't sit there and,
I'm not-
say
I mean,
mental
are
health
you-
is not somewhat of an injury, of a hindrance. I mean, let's keep it real. There's guys who have been injured, like physically injured, but then the thing that holds them back is their mental health afterwards. So it's that thing in your head, like, oh
Soft.
shit, I'm about to pop this again.
LeBron had a mental health block his first couple years.
Probably.
He's soft though too.
No.
I'm just playing. No, I agree. Mental health is like kind of a big deal. But
Well, you did sell on LeBron James being washed up. You don't think LeBron's washed
nah,
up?
hell no.
No?
No. Why would LeBron be washed up?
Oh shit! I had two more for your ass.
Oh, go ahead. Let's do it.
Jake Paul can actually fight. Buy or sell?
Oh God, Sal.
Really? You don't think he can actually box? Like he may not be the best in whatever weight class he does, but you don't think he can actually win some fights?
I'm just a hater, to be honest.
Okay.
Well, okay. He can against the people he's fighting, yeah, who aren't like put him against real boxers. I don't know, bro.
I
don't know.
think there's a couple scrubs that he could like fight.
Yeah,
That he get.
I mean,
that are real boxers.
I'm talking about like. So, are you saying you think he'll be like a championship, like
No.
he'll be a contender?
No, I think he would go like middle of the pack. I think he'd be one of those guys.
I don't know if he'd even be middle of the pack.
I think he might be middle of the pack.
There's some people we can beat up on, but I don't know.
I don't know, man. Like if
Benjamin
you could,
Simmons,
even if he could
man.
beat like an old washed up, like some of these guys who are legends, even though they're washed up, and I'm not, by any
You
means.
talking about like these MMA fighters?
Yeah, by no means am I a Jake Paul fan, but I think comes a point where you have to like take your hater shades off and kind of look at things for the way it is, and I think he can actually box a bit.
He showed some skill.
Like he
But
knocked the motherfucker out, and even like Francesca said, when she was on the show,
I don't believe that.
she said it's hard to knock somebody out.
I don't believe that.
Oh my god.
Hey,
if
that's
these comments
facts,
hit the
Marvin. You right. If you in these comments, hit the like button, please.
I appreciate you, and we shouldn't even be sitting at one like. You know what I'm saying?
That's big facts.
All right.
Marvin, you a real one for that.
Last buy or sell.
All right.
Eminem is not the GOAT. Eminem is not the GOAT. Buy or sell. You gotta think on that one?
I do.
For me, that's easy.
Well,
Buy. I'm buying that shit. Eminem is not the GOAT. Fuck Eminem. Nope.
Well, let's talk about that.
By the way, you seen that new the video? What's those
RDC
guys?
World?
RDC World
Yeah.
did. Eminem hopping your track. I'm rapping and papping this.
He's like, it grows on you.
No, it don't, bro.
But no, you know what? I'll actually also. You say, what is it? Is buy the buy as I believe it.
Yeah. Buy you believe it, sell you don't.
So I buy that Eminem's not the GOAT.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll buy that.
You buy that?
Right now, he's not the GOAT.
Eminem is not the GOAT. I appreciate that. I'm glad you agree. He is not the GOAT.
Michael's a hater.
Nah, you asking too much.
I'm not because of Roger.
I'm surprised you agree on that, to be honest. I kind of like when Scooby was here, too.
Do you?
Yeah, because I know he would have been pissed just by me saying he's not the GOAT.
Now he's not the GOAT.
And to be honest, bro, you know how I feel about the term GOAT? I feel like it's over.
It changes.
It
can change.
Honestly. It can, but I think there should be harder qualifications. You know what I mean? Like,
okay.
Like,
First of all,
like
we're not going to talk about qualifications when it comes to music right now.
Not yet.
I wish Marvin could have made it for this too, because I feel like I don't know if you know where I'm about to go with this when it comes to qualifications of music.
Why?
Because you think Bow Wow is a legend.
Yeah.
He's not a legend.
Bow Wow's a legend.
No, he's not.
The man has #1 records. He's a legend.
Eminem has a lot of #1 records.
Eminem is a legend.
And then why isn't he a GOAT?
No, he's okay. See what I was getting to when I was talking about the word "GOAT" is GOAT is greatest of all time, not greatest of all times. You know what I mean? Not greats of all time. Like it's one, bro. Like there's only one GOAT. You know what I mean? Like so you can't be like, all right, if I were to take all the rappers that have ever existed, and we got to declare one person as the #1 head honcho, numero uno. It's not Eminem.
Who is it?
It's probably Pac.
Pac?
It's probably Pac.
Over Biggie?
Yeah, I would take Pac over Biggie.
Mm.
I would take Pac over Biggie. I think
that's
a tough sell. I know, because like right now, the way I feel like the way rap is more like Biggie. You know what I mean? Like rappers are more like that, where Biggie had more of like a pop sound, but he could spit. Like that was the thing. Like Biggie would have R&B singers on his hooks and shit, with fucking R&B type instrumentals, but then be rapping his ass off because that's what he did.
You know, if I sitting here having a conversation in the chat.
Go ahead. That's what the chat's for. That's exactly what the chat's for.
But
you know what I'm saying? But like, I feel like there's not a lot of Pacs, and that's why I think he is the GOAT. You know what I mean? Like when you look at people who were inspired by Pac or kind of like follow that trend, you got Kendrick. You know what I mean? You got J. Cole. You got Nipsey before he passed, R.I.P.
I feel like J. Cole followed more of the Biggie.
Nah. I think J. Cole's more pop, for sure. I think J. Cole's more pop.
You know, I can sign off on that though. On Pac being the GOAT.
Yeah, and then honestly, Biggie for me is not #2.
Who's #2?
Jay-Z.
Jay-Z.
Jay-Z's #2 for me.
I don't know.
And it's not just based off of rapping ability. Because personally, I don't think anybody is copying Jay-Z. I don't think there's a, I think a lot of people pull from Pop, a lot of people pull from Biggie, a lot of people pull from Wayne, but people don't pull from fucking Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? But there's also that thing where I look at, like, when you look at Jay-Z's body of work, but then also too, like, the span of his career, think about how many other great MCs that he has also brought up. You know what I mean? Like, he is the reason for Ye. As fucked up as Kanye, as fucked up as Kanye is right now, like, but
we wasn't gonna talk about that, man.
We not talking about him in the light that we just not going down that. To be honest, bro, it's so hard not putting Ye on these topics because it's every fucking week. It's a fucking new news story. You know what I'm saying? But like, yeah, like I would say
Jay-Z's in my top 5, but he's not number 2 to me.
Okay, who's number 2 for you? You gonna say Biggie?
No, I'd probably. Well, I mean, longevity wise, I mean, you'll probably disagree with me because Jay-Z is so timeless. But there's also another timeless rapper from New York, and honestly, I got Nas. There's not another Nas.
There isn't another. See, okay, we're talking about J. Cole. That's as close as you can get to Nas.
He let Nas down.
He did. He did. Shit's so funny. That's the wrong one. Anyways, yeah, that's that shit. That's funny. That's good. That's good. Nah, cause like Nas is like a storyteller type rapper, right? Which J. Cole kind of follows that same lane too. So people are inspired by it.
Oh.
You can't really define the way Jay-Z spits. Like, you can't go, Jay-Z is this type of rapper. Like, he's not a conscious rapper. I wouldn't say he's a conscious rapper. He's not a pop rapper like Drake. You know what I mean? Like, he's not...
I'm trying to think of his songs.
He's not a storyteller like, Nas, J. Cole, and The Game. Those guys are like your storyteller rappers. He's just kind of like, it's whatever. He's like Ross to me. You know what I mean? Like, Rick Ross is one of those rappers, too, that just... You can't mimic that. He just comes on tracks and he just bodies them. Pusha T, another rapper. Like, you just don't mimic that shit.
So let me ask you, who you got top 5 right now?
Top 5 rappers.
All time. Not right now, actually. Not right now.
No, we can't do it right now.
Dead or alive?
Dead or alive. All right, number 1 is Pac. Number 2 is Big. Not Big. Jay-Z. Okay. Number 3.
Hold on. Hi, Jasmine.
What's good? Number 3, I'm going to say Wayne.
Okay.
There's no influence bigger than Wayne.
Number 3, Wayne. Huh?
Number 3, Wayne.
Okay.
And I'm surprised you're not as surprised because like most people are like, you didn't listen to Wayne like that. I really don't. But like you just can't.
I did.
I didn't listen to Wayne like that. I probably listen to more mixtape Wayne, honestly. But I don't know. Like when I look at the influence and all the other rappers that are coming out, they're all Lil Wayne clones. Not even just like with the style, like how he looks. They literally look like that motherfucker.
Was Lil Wayne the first rapper with like face tattoos?
Can't be.
The first poppin' rapper with face tattoos.
To do it like he did it, yeah.
I agree. I think so. I can't think of another rapper that had face tattoos like he did.
Or even like the image that he had, right, with the dreads and sometimes like would color him and shit. Like think of another rapper who would do it like that. He didn't. No. Or even dress like he did. You know what I mean? Like, because Wayne would do everything. He would do gangster shit but then he'd also do his skateboard shit too. Wayne was versatile, man.
That Prom Queen was a dope song.
It was, bro. How to Love was a dope track. You know what I mean? Like, number 4. I know we said we're not gonna bring him up, but Kanye West is number 4. You just can't. You can't. It sucks because like I am a believer in like you do have to separate the art from the artist, but at certain points, it's like not okay. Like for example, Robert Kelly did that for me. Like I can't.
Robert Kelly.
Yeah.
You're not even gonna address him as his artist name?
Bro. See, because I can't separate the artist from the man no more, bro. He is that nigga. So like, he is Robert Kelly. So Nah, he doesn't get no.
I don't know
fucking,
who that is.
He doesn't get no pass, bro.
What songs does he sing?
He
Or
doesn't.
rap?
He doesn't
Is he a
sing.
rapper?
He don't sing no more to me, dog. Because we don't listen to
What?
Robert Kelly
Who's
over here,
Robert
dog.
Kelly? I don't know Robert
We
Kelly.
don't,
Robert Kelly can be anyone.
we don't listen to
That's
Robert
like such
Kelly over here.
that's such a basic ass name.
I know, dog.
Robert Kelly can be
that's-
like your next door neighbor.
That's what we downgraded his ass to. He's been downgraded to just Robert.
Who knows some song Robert Kelly sings?
So like with Kanye, it's kind of hard to do the same thing. It's really getting real hard to separate the art from the person. Like, because I listen, like we were talking about this earlier. Like I listen to his tracks and I'm like, this motherfucker said this. This motherfucker said George Floyd didn't really die like that. You know what I mean? Like it's really hard, especially
or the nonsense he's pulled today.
yeah. Like it's really hard, especially like when you listen to old Kanye and he's like talking about shit that's contradictory to the message he's talking about now. You
I
know
think
what I'm saying?
Kanye West is
But-
a clone. That's not really Kanye West.
It can't be. But no, he is number 4.
Y'all know my theory on Kanye West, chat?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell him real quick because I
Yeah.
told you already. I feel like the reason Kanye West does all these interviews in a black mask is because Kris Jenner has him, the real Kanye, like in a basement somewhere. That's why you never see Kanye's face anymore. He only come out.
I believe it. Go
I
ahead.
just thought about this. You only really see him in public when like they're at a kids event with like his
No,
kids.
that's not true. He's been on some interviews
With his
showing
actual face?
Yeah, a
I need
couple.
to see him.
He was
I've only seen him do that whole Kodak thing where he's wearing like.
He was on one where he just walked out of.
Oh yeah, I did see that one. But that was the real Kanye West. They asked him some shit he didn't like. He didn't.
he walked.
Kris Jenner let him
No,
out
they
that
didn't
day.
ask him some shit that
I
he
don't know, I'm
that.
just kidding. I didn't even see that interview.
Bro, no, he walked out because they wouldn't agree with the shit that he was saying. He
Fucking
wanted
wacko.
he wanted them to say that it was the Jews, and he he didn't want to go down that lane. So
Whatever. Who's 5th? Who's 5?
who's 5 is Biggie.
Biggie. I'm surprised you don't have Kendrick on there.
No, Kendrick is 6.
Is a lot of newer artists 6, 7,
Yeah,
8, 9, 10.
a lot of when it comes down to for me, like it's all about influence. It's not just like how great of a rapper you are. And that's why Biggie's number 5 for me, right? Because like a lot of people can't. That's another rapper you can't really clone. It's just what's influence. You know how many people have they created? Like how big did they push hip hop? You know what I mean? Because even with that sentiment, I mean you can even push, Lil Wayne even a little bit further. Just because
That's true.
He might even be number 2 instead of Jay-Z, just because he's just so influential.
I think Lil Wayne could be number 2.
You know, like
Honestly, I'd pick Lil Wayne over Jay-Z.
if I had to listen to one album, it wouldn't be a Lil Wayne album. I guess that's what it comes down to. For me, if I had to listen to one album,
Well,
it
if
wouldn't
there's
be
any album I'm gonna listen to, like I wouldn't listen to one Jay-Z album, and I love Jay-Z.
Okay, if you had to listen to one album, what album would it be?
What album would it be?
Yeah, what album would it be?
Does the Greatest Hits album count?
Okay, sure.
Because it'd be Pac's Greatest Hits.
Okay, that would be the one album.
That'd be the one album.
Okay.
25 songs, all his best songs. Fuck yeah.
Well, that kind of sucks because some of our favorite rappers don't have greatest hits. You know,
Hey,
it is what it is.
when they die, they will.
Yeah. Well, we've been talking about R.I.P. a lot on this show, but we got to say R.I.P. to Jason David Frank. It kind of sucks too because like on the last episode we were saying R.I.P. to Offset, and then
Was that the last episode?
yeah.
No, that was the last real episode because we only did it 30
Or
minutes.
Takeoff, sorry, not Offset. Takeoff. We were saying R.I.P. to Takeoff, and I think
he just freaked the crowd out.
yeah, we don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. And the Green Ranger is actually the whole reason why green is my favorite color. It is.
Green's my favorite color because of my eyes, but no,
No, that's,
he is the goat.
he was
of
just
Power Rangers.
he was just that nigga. Like when he
I
popped
got
up,
a
you
question for
knew
you.
shit was going down. You know what
He
I'm saying?
bodied the whole fucking
Yeah.
Rangers and he pulled up.
Hell yeah.
I got a question for you though.
What's up?
Because you just said something Green Ranger, right?
Yeah.
Which Ranger did you like better, the Green Ranger or the White Ranger?
Green.
Okay, the Green Ranger suit was better.
Yeah.
I had this argument with someone at work.
Yeah.
And he was saying the White Ranger was better, and I was like, nah.
No.
The only thing I'll give the White Ranger is that his weapon was better.
trying to think of what his was. Was he?
He had the sword with the
he had the little side
the white lion on it. The white tiger, I mean, on it.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Green Ranger had the dragon dagger.
Yep.
Which was a flute.
Yeah.
He used it to summon his dragon sword.
Yeah.
Which was still dope, but the White Ranger's weapon was better. But the Green Ranger's outfit was better.
I've gotten to meet him once too. He was at
Yeah,
he was at Comic-Con in Sacramento many years ago.
That's sick.
Yeah, it was actually like when he first started popping up again. So
that's sick. But yeah, R.I.P. Jason David Frank.
R.I.P. It sucks the way he went out, but you know.
You know he was an MMA fighter too.
No,
he fought in UFC a few times.
Oh, what?
Yeah, he was like on the same level of of fighting.
Uh-huh.
They compared it to like what Chuck Norris is. His skill level. Like he really had hands.
Okay. I mean, you kind of have to.
He can really fuck you up if you want.
You kind of have to play that role and to be that good at it. You kind of have to have a little bit of hands. Like it's like, you ever seen some of the behind the scenes shit with like Keanu Reeves?
Like that Keanu Reeves don't have hands.
No, it's not hands. I'm not talking about just hands.
Okay.
That motherfucker can shoot. I mean, bro, like the type of shit that he can do, like how fast he can aim and like reload a trigger and all that shit, like all the little gun tricks.
Well, Tom Cruise can fly an airplane.
Yeah, like these motherfuckers.
Not just actually an airplane, a jet.
Yeah. He went through. So for the first Top Gun, he actually had to go through the training. The Air Force made him do it.
That's sick.
They actually attached the cameras to the planes. Like the director wanted the movie to be as realistic as possible. So I mean that's dedication to your craft, to be honest with you, because you know a lot of times that shit is not just like, you know, take a couple months, learn how to fly a jet type training. You know what I'm saying? Like that takes a couple of years, matter of fact. So I'm sure you probably got the hit for that movie role way before it even happened. So
blowing up over there. Huh?
No, it's just my little motion sensor. They're trying to open up the door to get in the house.
The White Ranger all the way. Supu says, Su Yang. I feel like he's only saying that just to disagree with me.
Probably. I wanted to move on to movies. What movies that are coming out right now that you're actually excited about? Because I feel like,
well, honestly,
if it's not Marvel, it's kind of, if it's not superhero related, I feel like it's kind of lame.
Oh no, okay, I disagree.
Yeah,
because I just saw the trailer for the Transformers.
Isn't that kind of superhero related?
I mean, I guess, but okay, then my bad. Well, you said Marvel specifically.
I said Marvel, and then I took it back, so I thought about Black Adam.
I only heard Marvel.
I thought about Black Adam, and I was like, that's a superhero movie too.
The Brown Ranger. That's another guy I work with.
Yeah.
The Brown Ranger.
That's so funny.
But no, because I get excited to see certain scary movies.
See,
I do.
And that's why, like, around this time of the year, I don't ever go to the movies. And it's not just because, like, I don't like scary movies. I just think every time I've actually gone to see one in the theaters, I leave disappointed. One, because I just don't enjoy scary movies. But then two, the movies are never even scary.
I still enjoy them. I don't get scared of them.
This is, like, the worst time of the year for movies.
There's, like, not much shit that scares me, to be honest. Nothing like that scares me.
Yeah.
Heights? Shit, I'm scared of heights.
Yeah.
I'm not scared of, like, movies or, like, jump scares like that.
Did you see the new Avatar?
The new Avatar?
Yeah.
Like the Way of the Water or some shit?
Yeah.
The blue people?
I didn't see it, but I'm just wondering.
It's not out yet.
I thought it came out.
No. That's not out yet. Is that out?
It might be out, bro.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not a big fan of Avatar. I didn't even like the first one.
I don't like the first one either.
I thought it was weird.
To be honest, I don't understand all the hype the first one got.
I don't.
You know the weirdest part.
You know what it is though. Honestly, I'll tell you what it is. It's the director James Cameron, because he worked on that movie since like Titanic. That was his like one of his like lifelong projects. Like, so that's why it took so long for this one to come out. Think about that. Look up when Avatar came out.
Wait, that shit took that long to be mid? That's no damn. Holy fuck.
Yeah, that's not out yet.
That's pretty bad. Okay, it's not out yet. Well, I mean, it was the first one I wasn't even a fan of at all. You know, like the weirdest part, and it kind of reminds me.
It comes out this like on the 15th.
On the 15th.
The 16th.
Well, like the weirdest part about the first one, the part that like
the hair.
I couldn't wrap my head around.
How they were fucking with their hair.
it's not just it's not how they're fucking. Like
He
that
said,
part.
Here,
That
let me
part.
grab my long ass ponytail connected to yours, and then we'll start.
No,
all
bro.
of a sudden we're,
Here's the weirdest part.
we're
Okay,
fucking.
bro. Let me ask you a question, dog. So let's say, okay, you are a human being. Okay,
I am a human being.
you're a
yes.
human being, right?
Or am I?
And then scientists find some planet where there's inhabitants, right? Aliens. And they're trying to take over the planet. So what they do is they disguise you. Hold on.
Real quick. What I was gonna say? Didn't we kind of talk about this is how America was made?
What do you mean?
Yesterday when I
Oh, well, yes. Basically.
So it's just humans doing what humans do.
Yeah, we go over there, we do some America shit. You know what I mean? We find a planet that's not ours, and we go and say, you know what? We're going to move into this motherfucker.
It is ours
right?
now.
So we take over, right? But before we take over, but we disguise you, Rod, as an alien. However, under the surface, you're still a human being, but you're disguised as an alien. So then you move in with this alien colony, and you get real nice and comfy, and you get snug and shit, and then you fucking alien. I
With
can't,
your hair.
It doesn't matter though. You're a human.
That's what
and
got
that's
me
the
the
part.
most.
That's the part I can't wrap my head around. Is that you're fucking an alien?
So do the blue people not have like
They're aliens.
testicles?
No,
balls?
it's probably like in their stomach or some shit, or in their head. You know what I mean? Like the cervix is.
It's in their hair, obviously.
The cervix is like attached to their skulls.
How do they know like if it's a female or a male then though?
I think they
Just
have-
because of the voice?
Yeah, probably.
But then again, if they're aliens and like a human can't comprehend the language, how do we know then? They look the same. It's not like the blue women were wearing like bras or anything.
But did they have titties? I forget. They probably had some shape. I don't know. There's like
all that time. No, I'm for real though about that. I'm like 99% sure he spent like 10 years writing that movie.
That sucks. That really sucks. There's another movie like that that's coming out too, where
Now I'm curious about that.
I think it's a Steven Spielberg movie that he's been working on for hella long too, where what he wanted to do was he wanted the actor that was in the movie to actually grow up, but he didn't want the movie.
I guess they kind of do.
Yeah, see, there's female features. But yeah, like he wanted the actor in the movie to grow up in the movie, like literally. He didn't want to use any CGI or anything like that. And I think that movie's about to drop. It's like some movie where I think the kid's like a film, like he's in film or some shit. The kid is a director, but then he's growing up to put out whatever movie. I don't know. They said Steven Spielberg, this is the movie that we've been waiting for.
That's
years.
actually pretty cool though, to be honest.
No, I think that's dope. But that's Steven Spielberg.
Well, James Cameron's a very popular director too.
I don't know.
Titanic was awesome. You like Titanic?
Titanic was good.
I got a question for you.
Avatar is a fall from grace.
I haven't seen The Notebook. Right?
I hate the Notebook.
Okay.
I hate the Notebook.
Do you like The Notebook or Titanic more?
The Titanic doesn't. Okay, so
They're different movies, but they're
No.
both like.
so here's my issue with the Notebook. This is my issue with a lot of romance movies. Okay, I take issue with movies romanticizing cheating. That it just really it really bugs the shit out of me. Right? Okay, so they fall in love as kids, and then
Why is it always the woman that's a cheater if you really think about it?
because women are property in those movies.
Oh.
Look, women are not property to me, but in those movies, that's the way they cheated.
Oh. That's a Hollywood issue.
Let's go. But anyways, she gets taken away from the dude, right? Father makes her move across town, wherever he goes into the army and some shit, and then she gets married. She doesn't just fall in love with another man. She gets married. Whole ass fucking marriage, money spent and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel like getting married and getting cheated on is not just worse because it's your wife, but I think it's worse because of all the money you spent on the wedding.
Yeah.
That's fucked up. Like I at that point, not only would I would sue my wife. Honest to God, if my wife cheated on me, I would sue.
So a lot of these viewers aren't gonna know what we're talking about, but sometimes that's why you gotta have a security deposit.
on the episode of Happy Hour that's about to drop tomorrow, there's like this new trend where women in New York are requiring niggas to put down a security deposit in order to take them on a date. And then the security deposit, it's also not just for the date, but it's also for the relationship too. So like, if you a fuck boy and you put down a security deposit and you start dating a chick and you do some fuck boy shit, you lose your security deposit. You like you would an apartment. First off, fuck that. Two, yeah, that's why.
I'd like to say we're not fuck boys.
No, I'm not a fuck boy. Even if I was, I wouldn't agree to that.
I wouldn't either, to be honest, bro.
Especially if you knew you was a fuck boy. Like, especially if you knew you had ill intentions, why pay the security deposit? And then, like, the shit's not like, $30. What I read was it was like $400 that these bitches are asking for. Sometimes
$400,
bro, $400 and up. Like if you had 10 dudes who were willing to pay a security deposit, it's like whoever puts down the biggest deposit. It's literally bidding, bro. It's literally bidding.
That is prostitution.
But no, bro, she cheated on that nigga. So fucked it up.
I've honestly never seen it, so yeah, whatever.
I got forced.
It's the same thing in Titanic, though, too.
I got forced to watch it.
She wasn't married, but she cheated on the guy that she went on the cruise with.
Yeah, but they wasn't married. It was different.
That makes it. That doesn't make it any
Yeah,
better.
it's different.
It's different, but it doesn't make
different.
it. Cheating's cheating.
They was dying anyways. So
He didn't die. She didn't die.
He died though.
No, Jack died.
Exactly.
Not the motherfucker that
It
she
doesn't matter. They
cheated
died.
on.
They died. It was just a
And
fling.
she robbed him.
It was just a fling. Her ass could have moved over too. Don't be coming for Kris Jenner. Nah, Chris got. They do some type of psychotherapy over there. I know it. Think about it. All those men that have gone through the Kardashian house have all left that house fucked up and have taken years to recover. I mean, like Scott Disick. He came from wealth. He, had good head on his shoulders. Got into that family and then left and was a fucking mess.
Low key, Scott Disick was a fuckboy for a long time.
Tiger, another man.
Fuck
Got out that family, started fucking up. Now he's doing porn on OnlyFans.
He's not doing porn. He's producing it.
No, Tiger has an OnlyFans account.
He does, but he doesn't do porn. He produces it.
No, bro, he fucking does porn. I promise you.
You subscribe?
No, I've seen leaks.
Oh.
It's him.
He's not even on OnlyFans anymore. He created his own thing.
Do you think OnlyFans will ever disappear?
No.
No.
It's too big, and it's giving a lot of women control of their finances, I guess.
Yeah, I think it should get better.
It's good for them, honestly. Good for those women.
I think it should get better. I think they shouldn't allow celebrities. I think that kind of fucked up the game.
Why?
Because, for example, okay, what was her name? She was a Disney actress chick. Bella Thorne.
Oh.
Bella Thorne. She got on there.
I heard Bella Thorne's was very, controversial because it wasn't, what people were expecting.
Yeah, she basically was baiting, showing it like she was about to get naked. Never popped a titty. I mean, she was just, barely wearing lingerie and, made millions of dollars. And then
She robbed people.
not only was she scamming, because that's scamming.
Mm-hmm.
But that's another reason I would never pay for an OnlyFans. Because sometimes y'all be scamming like that shit. Like, if you're not, I'm sorry, dog. If you're not fucking on your OnlyFans, you might as well not. I don't want to pay for fucking bitches getting naked. Like, you gotta that's, I don't know, dude. That's weird. Not buying photos. It's not 12
Videos.
Yeah, I want no, they gotta be full on type shit. Yeah, but then they changed the pay scale after that. You know what I mean? So people who weren't, making
these women, they get to choose what they put their OnlyFans at.
but there's a cut.
No, I mean not really.
Yeah, there's a cut.
You think, talking about from the percentage that they get?
Yeah, you think?
Oh no. Okay.
Yeah, I was like, you think
OnlyFans
OnlyFans are just letting you rob niggas for $15 and not take a cut? No, bro, they taking their money for sure.
I'm gonna ask a girl what the cut is. I know someone who knows one. I'm gonna ask her.
I probably know 10, but they will never tell me the cut because they'll never admit that they have it.
That's why you create an anonymous account and then just like ask them then.
Would that work?
I don't know. Find out. Do the research.
Okay. Moving to a lighter topic.
But then again, you'd have to pay for that. Only to ask them.
That's so funny. Moving on to a lighter topic. Now this one's kind of short. Did you by chance go and see what Disneyland is promoting for the Wakanda Food Special?
No.
All right. So, level with me real quick. I'm trying to pull the pictures. Because I personally...
Who's in the chat still? Y'all ain't active like y'all. Supook was claiming he was gonna fucking talk hella shit. He ain't said shit. All he said is Roger is RDP. And this is I'm only like stalling while you look up this shit.
I kind of feel like it's racist a little bit. Like it's too easy. Like it's like it's hella stereotypical. Okay.
Is that chicken?
Nigga, that's chicken.
Did I just see chicken and waffles?
Bro,
are you gonna show them?
Yeah, I'm gonna pull up on the screen here. Hold on. Give me a second, guys. I know.
That is racist. If that's the case. Are we surprised though by Disney?
It's way too easy. All right. So I'm gonna pull it up on the screen. Here's what it looks like on Google. Okay. So this is what you got. Okay, this is what you're gonna get fed if you go to the Wakanda part of fucking Disney. They're gonna give you some grape Kool-Aid that looks like lean. I mean, just be honest.
Is that Kool-Aid or is it?
It's Kool-Aid, bro. It's okay. So it's lemonade on the bottom. They're fucking grape Kool-Aid. They're grape Kool-Aid.
No way they just put grape Kool-Aid.
Bro, it's grape Kool-Aid on top.
This is a fact. Like they really put grape.
Yeah,
that man Michael, he's about to go in as soon as like he sees this.
Okay. Not only do they have that, they have a side of collard greens. they got a side of collard greens on your ass. Okay. And then on top of that, they got some fried chicken for you too, or some barbecue chicken.
I was gonna say that don't look like fried chicken. That looks like barbecue. It'd be worse.
It's burnt. Chicken. It's burnt for sure.
Was that dirty rice under it too?
Dirty rice. Some fucking what was that? Ben's. Dirty was that? You know I'm talking about Uncle Ben's dirty rice and shit. Like that's crazy, dog. That is so crazy. Like they really tried. Like
This is a restaurant in Disneyland, or
this is so okay. I don't know if you ever been to Disneyland.
I ain't been to Disneyland since I was like 4.
Okay, so the way Disneyland is set up at the park, there's like different themes, right? So like they have like the Star Wars themed area. Mm-hmm. They have like the Toontown themed area. Then they have like the New Orleans themed area, which is probably where this is gonna go.
Wait, why do they have a New Orleans themed area?
It's based off around Princess and the Frog.
Disney's racist.
Well, that's where it took place. Princess and the Frog took place in New Orleans. But I'm sure Wakanda about to end up there too. But yeah, this is what they serve you, bro. They serve you lean. They serve you lean, some barbecue chicken, some dirty rice, some collard greens, bro.
Is that a waffle?
I don't know if that's a waffle. If it is a waffle, it's a bad attempt at a waffle. I don't know what the fuck that is, bro.
I was gonna say, they serving you chicken and waffles? What is that?
I don't
Is there
know,
any?
bro.
I need a menu. Can we try to find a menu? There's no way that's Kool-Aid on top of that.
Bro, it's Kool-Aid.
Like, are you just saying it's Kool-Aid, or is that an actual fact?
That's what I read, man. I read it's Kool-Aid.
You know how racist that would be? some grape Kool-Aid on top of lemonade.
Bro, the only thing that they're missing is malt liquor, dog. That's all we need is a 40. Give me a 40. We good.
Like, everything probably half off during February. Y'all ain't
probably. All right.
He always complains about how February is the shortest month, and they give it to him.
Oh, this is what it is. Okay. Oh shit! It's vodka. Okay.
Vodka, lemonade, honey.
So vodka, lemonade, honey, ginger beer with butterfly PT. I don't know what the fuck that is. We got piri piri chicken. I don't know what the fuck that is.
Yellow jollof
rice. Okay, so it must be like an African dish. And then mafe.
What?
Ground peanut stew with sweet potatoes, tomatoes, black-eyed peas, and spices with naan bread. That's naan bread.
What's the butterfly PT? What's the difference between those two?
It's vodka.
Well,
One has vodka, and the other doesn't.
oh,
That's literally the difference.
are you buying anything called PT?
No, I'm not buying anything called PT.
What's that?
And then you got a Wakanda Coca-Cola can for $26.
Fuck, that $31 for what?
$31 for the gauntlet.
You know damn well nothing about to be half off during any months.
Bro.
Wait.
But this is how everything is, though, at fucking Disneyland, dog. me and Jasmine went there for not an anniversary, for our honeymoon. And we got, like, I mean, the amount of food that we got was so little, and it was like $120, bro.
That's
without
fucking
the tip.
ridiculous, dude.
So, if you ever go to Disneyland or Disney World, just be prepared. This shit is hell
I'm
expensive.
starving myself.
You will starve yourself, and you will wait in line for hell long.
I'm not paying for that shit.
You will.
I will not.
If you're in there, you're gonna have to.
Fuck that.
You're gonna have to. Okay, I want to get off that topic here. Now, moving on.
It's racist.
It's kind of racist.
Disney's racist.
Now, actually, going back to one of the fucking buy or sells, because you said sell on turkey is overrated. Did you, or did you say buy?
I don't think turkey's overrated.
I don't think turkey's. Did
I say the right one?
I think you said sell.
I did say so.
I think you said so. I think, honest to God, when after
like a
many
good
years,
turkey.
I think turkey's not the prize, bro. I don't think when I go to Thanksgiving dinner, I find myself not excited about the turkey.
Well, that's not what you asked me.
I know, but I'm just thinking about it. In that case, I think it is a little overrated. I think the ham is where it's at. I really do.
I mean, it's a personal preference, honestly, because I don't like ham.
You don't eat ham?
I eat it, but I don't prefer it over turkey.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I like turkey more.
You might not have
I don't go to a sandwich spot and order a ham sandwich. I go to a sandwich spot and get a turkey sandwich.
Okay. Okay.
My order at Subway is like a turkey club.
I get the
Jersey Mike's, it's a California club sub, which is mostly turkey and a little bit of ham.
I get the roast beef or the what's that one with the meatball marinara type shit?
See, you like the mid sandwiches.
No, that's the best. That's the best one. That's the only one that actually has like some girth to
That's
it.
the.
Like, all the other sandwiches, bro, they don't have no.
I'm sorry, I don't like giant things. I don't like giant balls
Bruh.
being put in my mouth.
I just, I want some girth to my sandwich. Like, if I'm gonna pay $10 for it, it better, like you go to Quiznos, it's you gotta you gotta
Fat.
you go to fire, you go to Fire Subs. It's But you-
Jersey Mike's, you get some subs.
yeah, Jersey Mike's, but Subway.
We
is
should
not-
talk about how Subway, like, they're 12 inches, or 10 inches, or whatever. The foot long isn't even a foot
10
long.
inches. It's
not
not
even.
long.
It's like more like 10 inches.
It
to be
is 10
honest.
inches, bro.
Ham all day. Fuck ham.
Yeah, I'm telling you, ham is where it's at, dog.
Put up a poll. Ham or turkey?
Oh, I'll be doing that right now. Okay, well, while I put up this poll, you want to set up that fantasy team, because I feel like not only is it just about the fucking turkey or the ham, but I also feel like the desserts. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Wait. Why are you asking me to set up a fantasy team and then?
no. You know what I'm talking about?
we talking about a fantasy?
Yeah, like that thing that we did where it was
Okay. I got you. All right. Desserts in general, or like
Yeah, desserts in general. What
Ooh.
dessert?
who get first pick?
You go first.
I go first.
Yeah. Number one pick.
Number
Dessert.
one pick. I'm gonna take ice cream.
Fuck you. I'm actually kind of pissed because that's my number one.
I
Easy.
want ice cream.
That's my number one easy. Okay. Number one pick. We'll go apple pie.
Oh, you're going specific. Apple pie, not all pie, huh?
Nah, it's not all pie because there's some pie that's.
Because when I take ice cream, I'm taking the whole.
I know you're.
A lot of it.
I'm only saying apple pie just because I don't like other pies. Like,
I'm gonna take chocolate cake number 2.
fuck cake.
I love chocolate cake.
Yeah, I'm good. That's a bust.
You're a bust.
Cake is
Your apple
cake.
pie
Cake is
number 1 pick is a bust.
cake is so overrated. You know the problem with cake?
Apple pie is not even the best pie.
It is the best pie.
No, it's not. It's
Bro, apple pie is absolutely the best pie.
nah. What's your number 2 pick before you start trying to shit on cake?
I'm gonna shit on cake first.
Nah,
You know the
I need to hear
shitty.
your number 2.
You know the shitty. I'm thinking about my number 2. So while
Oh,
I'm
so
thinking,
you have to think about it?
Well, you took my fucking number 1. That's the only reason why
I already got my 5, bro. I'm
That's
just saying.
fucked up, dog. I don't got my 5 yet. Hold on. I really don't. You really fucked my shit up. You really did.
That means I win automatically.
No. I gotta make a smart choice. But the fucked up thing about cake is like it's either good or bad. Like there's like how many times have you had ice cream and you're like, oh, this is some shitty ice cream.
It depends on the flavor.
I've never had shitty ice cream. Even if I don't like the
I
flavor.
have.
Even if I don't like the flavor, I'm like, the ice cream's still good, the flavor sucks.
Nah, because Breyers is definitely better than like a lot of other brands.
Bullshit. It's Ben and Jerry's.
Bullshit.
Ben and Jerry's is where it's at.
I don't like Ben and Jerry's, so that's good. Okay.
You don't like Ben and Jerry's?
I'm not too big fan of it.
think
I'd eat it. But honestly, it's
I don't
too
think you've
expensive.
had enough. It is hella
Shut your
expensive.
ass up, sis.
I said I
I
don't.
love that. That's no, go ahead.
All right, I'm gonna go pound cake.
Pound cake.
Yeah.
You're taking basic ass.
I know, because you
desserts.
took my fucking ice cream, dog. Pound cake is where it's at. Especially if you ever. Oh no, sorry. Bundt cakes, not pound cakes. Bundt cakes. Bundt cakes are hella good. They are, bro. Nothing but cake is shitting on a chocolate cake.
My number 3 pick's gonna be chocolate chip cookies.
Okay. Yeah, that's a shitty one too.
I'm surprised you didn't pick Oreos.
No, Oreos is going up there, but they're not a chocolate chip.
No, I'm saying I'm surprised you didn't take Oreos.
I will take Oreos. I'm
Third?
taking them right now. Oreos is third. No one in their right mind, if they had a plate of chocolate chip cookies on the table or some Oreos, they're not choosing chocolate chip. They're taking Oreos.
I am. All
You're
day,
not,
every day.
bro.
Swear to God.
You're not.
Chocolate chip cookies are my favorite cookie of all time.
You have more chocolate than Oreo.
I don't give a fuck. It's the chocolate chips I like. It's the mixture.
What?
I'm so serious. I like chocolate chip cookies over fucking Oreos. I'm not saying I don't like Oreos, but I prefer if I go to a
I
store.
feel like that's kind of racist.
How is
I feel
that
like there's a
racist?
conspiracy that's
How
happening.
is that
here,
racist
bro.
right now?
How
is that
It
racist?
just doesn't sit right, man. You know. It doesn't sit right with me, man. Something conspiring over here, dog. Nobody's using chocolate chips over Oreos.
If I go to a store, I see Oreos and I see chocolate chip cookies. Not the Chips Ahoy,
Yeah.
by the way. I'm talking chocolate chip cookies that like are in the bakery. You know, because I like those chocolate chip cookies. Like you go to a Walmart, they have like a little baker section.
Especially not fucking Walmart.
It's just an example. Any grocery store,
Okay.
like Sam's Club or some shit. You see like
Still Walmart. This is expensive Walmart. I get what you're trying to say. I'm just saying.
okay, well I'm choosing those chocolate chip cookies over Oreos all day, every day.
All right. What's your number 4? I got my number 4. I'm ready.
Your number 4? My number 4? So I got so far ice cream, I got chocolate cake, and I got Chips Ahoy, not Chips Ahoy, chocolate chip cookies.
Is that your preferred? Chips Ahoy?
No. I don't, honestly, I don't really like Chips Ahoy, actually. At all.
Okay.
I'll pick Oreos over Chips Ahoy.
Yeah, Chips Ahoy.
But overall, chocolate chip cookies are my favorite cookie of all time.
Yeah. All right.
So I will say that. Oreos go over Chips Ahoy.
Okay.
Because the only thing a Chips Ahoy cookie is good for is dipping in them.
I think, if I'm being real, the only way a chocolate chip cookie could get close to an Oreo, if it's actually homemade. If it's any of those brands, none of the brands are fucking with Oreos. None of them. Not Chips Ahoy, not Keebler, none of them motherfuckers. It is not even close. Oreo is like the best cookie brand. Let's keep it a buck.
Maybe. My 4th one is like my sis over there just said though, because specifically her pineapple upside down cake.
It's probably bomb.
It's fucking fire. My sister can fucking bake a goddamn cake. And
Not bad.
I wish she didn't live hella far because I would want one like right now.
You know, the thing is with me, like in pineapples, I like pineapples, but I only like them by themselves. I don't like pineapples on other shit. I don't like pineapples on cakes.
Pineapples.
I don't like pineapples on pizza. I don't want pineapples on my burgers. I don't want pineapples on my sandwiches. I don't want pineapples anywhere in salad. None of that. Just give me fucking.
I've never heard of pineapple in salad, but
People put like a fruit salad.
No, a fruit salad. That's like just like
Yeah, no.
no lettuce or anything, but that's just fruit.
No, just give me a regular pineapple.
I like pineapple and everything.
Okay. My number 4 is cheesecake.
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 I feel like you're losing this. I'm just saying.
No, I'm not, dude. Cheesecake. There's a whole fucking restaurant after these motherfuckers because cheesecake is just bomb. Cheesecake is so good, and it's not even a cake. It's hard to even call it cake. It's a pie. If you really think about it, it's made the same way pie is made.
Cheesecake's mid.
That's a steal at number 4.
My fifth and last pick is gonna be some candy.
Yeah, I don't do candy no more. Candy's hell overrated. It hurts my teeth.
That's not what the draft is.
I know. I mean, that's a shitty 5th pick.
That's why it's the fifth pick.
Yeah, that's bad.
It's my last pick.
That's bad. That's pick number 9 right there. Talent level really went low. He really went deep into the second round for that 9th pick.
But it won't disappoint.
Candy?
It never disappoints.
I don't know, man. Candy's.
Only if you got fucked up teeth.
I have good teeth. It just.
I'm not saying you. I'm saying
What the?
candy never disappoints. What's your last pick?
Okay. So when you say ice cream, you're taking all the ice cream.
I'm taking all the ice cream. I'm taking the banana splits, the anything that
I can't
ice
do.
cream
I can't do
related.
like an ice cream bar. Okay, you know what? Fuck it. Here we go. Here's a loophole. Froyo. Froyo is my number 5.
Okay,
There we go.
that's a solid fit. I ain't gonna lie.
That's a steal, bro.
But you still lost, so.
No, that's a steal. My team is wiping the floor. If we open up shop right now, and had
First
all
of
the
all,
5 desserts of each
you don't
kid.
got shit on ice cream in general because there's so many things.
That's
you can do with
honestly
ice
that's the Patrick Mahomes of your team. The rest,
cream. And that's why I went to the Super Bowl.
the rest of those motherfuckers are more like.
Speaking of Patrick Mahomes, I'm gonna check this live because I gotta know how my fantasy
Your
team is
fantasy?
doing. Yes.
I didn't even know if anybody had it.
Ah.
Did you lose?
No, I'm up.
Oh, well, you're
No,
losing right now?
I'm up right now, but I'm probably going to lose. Devin Singletary had too good of a game for me not to
Oh, hella
lose.
happy. It's like I need you to lose.
Fuck you.
I need you to lose hella big. Let's talk. Well, since the football league is coming to an end, MVP pick. Who you got?
Football?
Yeah, NFL. I know. Who do you think is going to? First off, okay,
That's tough.
okay. Let's do it like this. Who do you think is going to win MVP? But then who do you think should win?
I feel like they're gonna give it to Patrick Mahomes,
Okay.
but who should win it? Honestly, it's probably Patrick Mahomes.
Okay.
I can't honestly like a lot of people fell off the race for me.
Okay.
Like in the beginning, Josh Allen was up there. Jalen Hurts was up.
Overrated.
We're not gonna get into that. He was still an MVP candidate regardless. He can be, as you say, overrated all he wants, but he was still in the MVP talks. Jalen Hurts, I think, has kind of fell off too.
I don't think he's falling off.
No. I'm not talking about like he's fall off MVP. Well, he's still going to be an MVP
No, I think
candidate
he's
because
top
of
two.
the success. Yeah, but
Yeah, I think he's top 2.
Jalen Hurts, Mahomes, it's not even close.
No, I think it's pretty close.
I don't think so.
I think it is pretty close.
He's been kind of struggling the past couple weeks.
No, this last game was, in my opinion, one of his best games. He did all the right things. He ran when he needed to. He made the right passes that were accurate.
Overrated.
He did. Watch that game. I'm telling you, the last Eagles game was good.
The Eagles suck.
No, bro. Who I think they're going to give it to?
Aaron Rodgers.
No, I think they're going to give it to Patrick Mahomes. I think right now.
He deserves it though.
I think that if I were to say top 3 in the race, what it should be Patrick Mahomes number 1, it should be Jalen Hurts number 2, and it should be Tua number 3. I hate to say Tua, but it honestly they always favor quarterbacks. They do. When they look at the success of a team, they go, "Oh, well, it's because of the quarterback." Come on, let's keep it a buck.
I feel like Tyreek Hill should be more of an MVP candidate.
But
than Tua.
they'll never give it to a receiver over a quarterback.
No, I know that. That's why Patrick Mahomes is probably going to win MVP.
Now, who I would like to win MVP, who I think should,
Who?
I think Micah Parsons should win MVP.
They don't do a most valuable. They do an offense defense though.
Okay.
So Micah Parsons probably
No,
will.
no. MVP, they don't do offense defense. They do one. Remember that year where J.J. Watt was supposed to win it,
Oh, yeah,
but then they gave it to Drew Brees, I think. You know, like it's not. I think.
Oh no, I can't say Micah Parsons is an MVP.
I say Micah Parsons just because I think when I look at the best player on the Cowboys, it is him. I think he's a disruptor. I think if he's not on the field, that whole team changes. The dynamic of that defense is not stopping anybody. It's not. It's that guy is just a beast, man. He just goes balls out. He's kind of like the Patrick Mahomes of defense right now, in my opinion. He's really good.
No, he's phenomenal.
So
he really is.
And I'm not a Cowboys.
He's
fan.
not an MVP.
He's not going to win it, but that's who I would say should. I just one, I'm kind of biased because I hate all the credit quarterbacks get in this league. You know what I mean? Like I hate all the protection they get. You can't hit them here. You can't hit them there. Can't hit them when they're going. Like they gotta be treated like a player like everybody else. Like remember back in the day, like when the Pro Bowl was actually fucking dope, and then they started changing all those rules to where you can't even hit quarterbacks or can't even blitz. Remember that one year where they made the rule where you couldn't blitz?
I feel like Sean Taylor was the reason they did that.
Had to be.
By the way, speaking of Sean Taylor, you see what the Commanders did?
Well, what were your thoughts on it?
This is bullshit. Niner gang. He's a Niner fan.
Obviously, this is NorCal. There's gonna be lots of those up here.
I thought that was bullshit, and I was like the possibly the least classiest thing they could have done for showing respect to someone.
They get it wrong every single time.
Yeah.
Like not the Redskins anymore. The Commanders. They're like the laughing stock of the football league. Like everything they do is fucked up. Like they fuck everything up.
They're so stupid. Like there's other ways they could have showed respect.
Yeah.
First of all, did you see how many different brands of the uniform there was?
No.
It was a Nike jersey, Reebok pants, Under Armour shoes.
It looked like they threw that up today. Like they threw it up that day. Like, all right, what do we got?
It was trash.
Yeah, it was something. Now, even though it's early in the year, and I hate doing these like this early, but early MVP for NBA. Who do you think right now is the clear front runner? You can't say Curry because they're 500.
Mine's kind of a tie.
They're not going to give it to Fox.
Mine's a tie. To me, it's between Joel Embiid and Luka. That's right now who I got. Well, actually, three-way tie. Because I can't believe I just forgot about this guy, Giannis. It's those are gonna be the three guys at the end of the year. I think. Well,
you think so?
Joker's gonna be up there too, but those are the three like.
I don't think Luka's gonna be in there.
Luka will be in there.
I don't think they're going to be in there because I don't think the Mavs down the stretch are going to win enough games to be in there.
You know what I read today, by the way? Speaking
what?
of the Mavs, is that they're looking to trade and try to get Bogey.
For who?
I don't know, but they're trying to trade to get Bogey.
Oh, okay.
That's a phenomenal trade for them. It gives
phenomenal.
Yeah.
I mean,
they don't. Luka is their only scorer.
Yeah, but Bogey's not going to come in and.
But Luka can shoot. That's the problem. They don't have any shooters like that, and Bogey is actually a really good passer too.
It's not going to change that much.
It really will take a lot of pressure.
It's really not going to change that much.
We'll see.
I promise you it won't. He may add 2 more wins.
No, bullshit.
Okay. But anyways, Luka is not gonna. They're not gonna win enough games down the stretch for him to be in the race.
It's not gonna matter as long as they're in playoffs.
No, I think it does matter because when you look at
that's
teams,
the case, he shouldn't have been an MVP candidate last year, and he was like top 3.
Who I think is going to be top 3 this year. I think Giannis. Obviously, you have to have Giannis in there because they're the best team in the league. Jason Tatum.
They're not the best team right now. On like record wise?
Record wise.
They're not.
They're not?
No, the Celtics are.
Okay. Well then Jason Tatum is my number 2.
Based off wins?
It's not just based off of wins. It's
No,
also
I'm
based off
asking
of,
you, is that what you're basing it off of right now?
no, basing off of performance. And wins. And
okay, let me ask you: was Jason Tatum going to be in this category like before I told you that the Celtics were?
No, he was already going to be in there.
Okay.
He was already going to
I
be.
don't know how much I believe you, but okay.
I put it on my kids.
Okay.
I put it on my kids. Jason Tatum was going to be in there because they're just that dominant. And then the number 3 is going to be Devin Booker. You can't. I'm taking Devin Booker over. I'm taking what the Suns are doing. I would love to be a GM for the Suns versus the Mavericks. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would love to be a part of that team. I feel like they
I'm
have
gonna
something.
say something, and I'm gonna kind of think you're trying to think I'm crazy.
Okay, go ahead.
Jason Tatum is a phenomenal player.
Oh shit! No, you're not. I thought you were gonna talk about D Book, but
No.
This
Jason
is wild.
Tatum. He's a phenomenal player. I
Okay.
like him a lot. You take him off that team, they're not changing. They're still gonna win games.
not like that.
Jaylen Brown is
They're not
just as good.
No.
In fact, you can.
Jaylen Brown is not as
Brown
good as
is
no.
Jaylen
he's-
Brown's the reason that they didn't struggle last year in the playoffs.
Absolutely,
Jason Tatum
because
did.
he's a great number 2. He's a great number 2, but he's not number 1.
I feel like
He's not number 1. He is Robin. He is not Batman.
his attitude is Batman.
No, he's just a great. He's like Nightwing.
He's the
He's
better.
like-
he's,
he's
the
the
better
best-
overall basketball player.
He's the best version of Robin that you can get.
He's the better overall basketball player.
He's not.
He is.
Absolutely not. What?
He's a way better defender.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
He's not a way better defender.
Yeah, he is.
He's not a way better defender.
He guards the best players on each team that they play. That
Yeah, because Jason Tatum could guard any player. He can guard any position.
Jason Tatum is
He
a
can.
bum
Jason
ass
Tatum can guard from number 4 to number 1, but you're not putting Jaylen Brown on the 4.
I would.
Oh,
Jaylen Brown can
You
guard
guys
a
have a
four.
losing record.
No,
Come
we
on,
don't.
no. Jason Tatum is the better player. He is the number 1.
I disagree.
He is the guy. If he's having a bad game, Celtics lose.
You take
Jaylen
Jason
Brown-
Tatum off the team, they're not going to lose as many games.
No, I
the
promise
record's
you.
going to be the same.
I promise you, they will plummet.
No, they wouldn't plummet.
Okay. Well, Bogey apparently is going to change the Mavericks because he's that good. And Jason Tatum is not that good. So if he's removed from the team, they're not going to lose more games. That's wild.
See, now you're taking what I'm saying.
I'm
out
not
of
taking.
context.
I'm just reading
Yeah.
between the lines. You said.
you
said
way
Bogey,
in between the lines.
You said Bogey's going to come in and change shit for the Mavericks, but then if
It's
Jason
gonna open
Tatum
up a
is
lot of
not
stuff
on the
for-
team,
it's gonna-
you're saying that they're not going to lose any games.
Dude, okay, first of all, let me go to the Mavericks first.
So that's like saying that Jason Tatum is not as important as Bogey is.
Not really. There's two different teams. The Celtics is a really stacked team. The Mavericks are not. The Celtics aren't stacked.
They don't have a guy who's stepping in for him, who's producing the same results. That's what you're losing. You're losing that result. You're losing all the things that he does, all the floor spacing that he provides, all the thoughts that the coach now has to go and game plan when he's not in the game. He doesn't have to do that anymore. If you take Jason Tatum off that team, like shit, let's just choke the shit out of Jaylen Brown. That's what they did to KD. KD was the only guy on that team, so they fucking doubled his ass. Guess what happened?
When?
They lost. The Nets last year in the playoffs. When you look at that roster, it
The
was
Nets didn't even make the playoffs last year.
yes, they did. They got swept first round.
Oh yeah, they did. I heard.
Actually, I believe by the Celtics.
Yeah, it was the Celtics.
When you have one guy on the team, you just choke him. You just take him out. He's still going to probably drop his 30. That's why the Mavericks don't win as many games. Because, like you said, they don't have another guy who can really do something. And Jaylen Brown is not Luka Doncic. Let's keep it a buck.
Well, I know Luka is way better.
That's what I'm saying. So Jaylen
Luka's way
cannot.
better than Jason Tatum too.
Jaylen Brown cannot carry the Celtics like Luka carries the Mavs. So the Celtics are losing hella games. You know I
I
have.
stand by what I said.
Ah, what?
I said about Bogey.
Okay, but Jason Tatum, you just
Yeah, I'm kind of just trolling on that.
okay.
I love Jason Tatum. He's a
Good.
great player.
Good. I was to say. God damn.
Just
got
for
me-
content.
You got me fucked. You got me fucked up. God.
No, but I stand by what I say about Bogey. He would be a really big difference for them.
Games, I think 2 games.
10.
10?
10.
10 games.
They don't have any other weapons. They got Luka and Christian Wood, and Christian Wood's not like some amazing 20-point scorer.
But he was supposed to be.
No, he wasn't. He's supposed to be in there to provide defense and rebounds.
No, but he was supposed to be this second fiddle.
Yeah, but he's not.
And I don't think I don't think
You know who their second best scorer is right now?
What's his name?
I'm not saying like, statistic wise, but the second best person that can create a shot.
Was it Finn? Mike was Finney? No.
Spencer Dinwiddie.
Yeah, that can't be your second.
And
guy.
he's a good player, but he's not a second option.
No.
He can't shoot like a Bogey can. That's what I'm saying. Like, you add Bogey's shooting ability and the fact that he is a playmaker, he could make the right decisions, they can easily win 10 more games.
I have... Here's a hot take. I don't think Luka is ever going to win a championship in the NBA.
He's not.
Okay.
I can 100% agree with you on that.
I don't think he's ever going to win. I think he's James Harden 2.0, but 20 times better. But that type of player just can't. I just don't think that type of player can win.
To be honest, though, it's kind of unfair to say some stuff like that, even though it's true. Because if you really think about it, it's really fucking hard to win a title.
Hell
How
yeah.
many great players haven't won titles?
Absolutely.
Karl Malone, John Stockton, Charles Barkley.
Mm-hmm.
There's Tracy McGrady, Yao Ming.
Tracy McGrady's different.
Yeah.
Tracy McGrady's very different.
Vince Carter.
Vince Carter is different though too.
I'm just saying they're great players that have never won a ring, and they will never win a ring. And sadly, Carmelo Anthony, another one.
Yeah.
There's a lot of it's fucking hard to win a ring. Like, people
It
just
is.
say
it is. That's why I never dog LeBron. The fact that he gets to the championship that many times in his career,
it's impressive.
Is a big ass deal. That's hella impressive.
I think it was a little different with LeBron though, because he was literally the greatest, or supposed to be at that time. It was a standard for him.
Yeah, but
Not for him, but for everyone, because you don't come into the league with the giant tattoo on your back saying chosen one.
Yeah.
And then it takes you years to make a ring, a
but
playoffs.
organization plays a role too. You got to think of it like this, right? Jordan didn't get to the playoffs his first couple of years.
Absolutely.
And then when
he got to the playoffs, he just got bounced out because he played the Celtics.
When they did get to the playoffs finally, yes, they were getting bounced out. But then the organization goes all in. What do you need, Jordan? Who do you want? I want this guy. Draft this guy. Right? The Bulls did right by Jordan. That's why they were able to win.
Yeah.
I don't think the Cavs did right by LeBron. I think if they did early in his years, he would have never left, one, and I think he'd have more rings. But they didn't.
It's hard. I mean, I agree with you.
It is hard.
Cleveland wise,
you got to bring the right pieces.
Cleveland.
Yeah, and you got to bring the right pieces, and you got to convince when they come to Cleveland.
Their market is terrible. That's why he went to Miami, and they were able to sign. The 3 that they did. See, there is where the issue lies with mostly LeBron. It took them. They were expected to win the first year.
Yeah.
But the Dallas Mavericks tapped that ass.
Here's a hot take. A lot of people probably not gonna like this shit, but whatever. Do you think that Phil Jackson is as great as a coach as we say he is? Or did he get carried by Jordan and Kobe?
And
Two of the greatest players to ever play of all time in that position.
I think he is.
You think he is?
Yes. Because I don't think any coach could have just been able to do the things he did.
Okay.
He used a lot of mental, zen in his coaching. It wasn't just get out there, guys. It's just Rick Carlisle being a psychiatrist.
Mm-hmm.
He uses a lot of the zen that he learned and put it into his coaching.
Yeah.
So I do think that.
Okay. I just wanted to hear your opinion because I too think that. And
Well, it's we were talking about yesterday too. Eric Spoelstra.
Yeah, I do think that, and I think the reason the thing that backs it up for me. Now you guys can fact check me because I don't have the stats look right here, but from my recollection, Jordan does not have a ring without Phil Jackson.
Yeah, because Phil Jackson coached all those years with them.
He wasn't his first coach, and he actually wasn't his last.
Well, his last coach was in Washington.
I'm talking about even in Chicago. He wasn't his first coach, and he wasn't his last. Jordan's had a total of 4 different coaches.
Yeah.
So none of his rings came from any other coach besides Phil Jackson. Same thing with Kobe. Kobe had 2 different coaches. No. Kobe
he had
had
a few.
Kobe. Yeah, he did have.
Because there was a couple of years before Phil Jackson came back where they were going through coaches.
Correct, and then Phil Jackson left again.
And then exactly. And then they had like Byron Scott and some other people.
Yeah, and no rings.
Yeah.
I think Phil Jackson was that guy. I think he was able to maximize talent, no matter how good the talent already was.
When it comes to, honestly though, if you really want, okay, here's another take. I don't know if it's as hot, but if the Lakers would have never tried to like
bring AD.
No, not even that. This is Kobe year I'm talking about.
Okay.
If the Lakers would have never tried to get Chris Paul, like they did, remember when the NBA, when David Stern vetoed it. If they would have never tried to do that trade and they would have kept Lamar, Pau Gasol, and I don't know if Andrew Bynum was on that team yet. But if they would have just kept that core, I think they would have got another ring. Because after that, Lamar was a totally different player.
Mm-hmm.
He was butthurt.
Yeah, I mean, why not?
It's a business, bro. Come on now.
I hate that shit.
No.
I hate
truth.
It is the truth, but the reason why I hate it is because we don't do the same thing with the players, right? Like, I mean, it is a business, right? But there's loyalty. You expect me as a player to have loyalty.
But if you're not getting traded, then it's like Kobe said: put your big boy pants up and play. There's a reason, like, because they saw like his performance went from him damn near being an all-star level player to him just being like another guy on the bench. He wasn't even a 6th man like he was. Like, grow up. Come on, man. The trade didn't even go through.
Yeah, but emotions are a big part.
I get that, but...
And also, like, I mean, think about, like, if someone's trying to trade you and it doesn't go through and you're like, shit. Like,
they didn't want me.
Maybe they didn't fucking value me. Like, I'm fucking working my ass off here, and I'm going to work my ass off just so they can get rid of me tomorrow.
But if every player in the NBA, like, that is on a trading block thought like that, like, bro, get over it. They don't think like that.
I think there should be, personally, I don't mind the way the NBA does trades, but I do think that we should have more acceptance for the players wanting to get traded. You know what I mean? Like, I just hate that notion. Like, I hate when we think about, like, the only thing I hated about Durant going to the Warriors was just the fact that it was the Warriors.
So
that was the only thing I hated. But to be honest,
let me just ask you something.
To be honest, I was a huge KD fan, and I wanted him to leave the Thunder. I hated the Thunder. I hated Westbrook at that time. I was like, this guy's not a point guard.
Let me ask you something.
Go ahead.
These players, right?
Yeah.
They sign a contract.
Mm-hmm.
4 years. They got a player option at the 5th year.
Yeah.
Their 2nd year, they don't like the way things are going.
Mm-hmm.
They request a trade.
Yeah.
Right? Now they're holding out. Do they still deserve to get paid if they decide not to play?
No, if they're not paying,
then
don't trade them. But at the end of the day,
but if you don't trade them, right? They're expecting that money. They get guaranteed money.
If they have a guarantee, then that's a guarantee.
Which is
if it's a guaranteed contract, you got to pay them the money. That's just a part of the deal. But I think it is. But I think the best thing to do is just cut your losses. Like, honor, because as an organization, you have power. Like, if you want to trade a player, no matter what he thinks or what he wants, he's going to get traded. Iman Shumpert wanted to stay with the Kings, but we traded his ass like he didn't matter.
That was stupid,
right? So if you have the power to do that, then maybe you should be able to give the players that same power. If they want to go,
I mean,
then just
right
let
now
them go.
they do have that power most of the time.
Well, they have to go about it with means of protest, though. They have to, like, sit out and do shit that makes people question their character when really, like you said, it's a business. They want to go They want to take their business because the organization is going to be around after they retire. The organization was there before they came in the league.
So last year,
as a basketball player, you only have so many years on your body.
but so last year, right?
Yeah.
When KD wanted to get traded, but he was only wanting to go to like a couple teams, but yet his stipulation was, so he wanted to go to the Suns or the Heat. For the Suns, he didn't want to get traded for like anyone like Booker, Ayton, or like anyone that's like a trade value that is for that other team, for the Nets.
Right.
So you're saying
He wants a free agent.
he wants to be traded for like Cameron Payne.
Right.
How is that fair towards the organization he signed a contract to play for?
No.
And even for the Heat, he's like, don't trade Bam, don't trade Kyle Lowry, and don't trade Jimmy Butler. That's not fair for the Nets.
No, I agree with
okay,
that.
let me say
No,
this.
I
I agree with like, you know, if the players don't want to play there, they should want to get traded. I'm for the players, but there's a limit to what
Absolutely. I think you can't
like
come in and
that's
start
fucking
demanding.
ridiculous.
Yeah, I think you can't start demanding shit
like
that.
you can't sit there and say, "Hey, I want to go to the fucking Miami Heat, but trade me for a box of water."
Yeah. No, I feel that. I agree. I think that part is where it gets kind of crazy because it's like that, I mean that's just unrealistic.
Like,
But at the same time though, like, you know, if he was like open, like I don't give a fuck where I go, just ship me the fuck out of Dodge. Yeah, get rid of his ass.
But that's the thing, though. Like, most of the time, players want to get traded. They know where they want to go, and they know who they want to play with.
Which is fine. But a lot of times, too, when the players are just wanting to get out, and they've made it very, very clear that they want to go, like, for example, i.e. Jimmy Butler, right? When Jimmy Butler wanted to leave Minnesota, he didn't care where he wanted to go. He just didn't want to play with those guys, because those guys didn't have no fucking heart, which they still don't have no fucking heart. I think Anthony Edwards is not going to stay in Minnesota, by the way. I'm feeling vibes. I'm like seeing energy that's like he don't look happy.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of agree, but honestly, I think Minnesota did that to themselves.
Yeah, because they
should have never traded for Rudy Gobert. I agree.
I think they should have never traded for Gobert, and I think that
him and Cat had a good duo to go in though.
Yeah, but I think,
and I'm not even a big Cat fan.
I think Cat is super skilled. I think as far as like,
I think Cat's overrated.
No, as far as bigs, I think when you look at skill sets, I think he's really unique. However, I think he is overrated in the sense of like he's just not. He's like a player where like he can do.
He's like my number 10 big.
He doesn't do because he doesn't fucking work hard.
You know, it sucks honestly.
What?
So like, I don't know how you feel about this. I think DeAndre Ayton's better than him.
Yeah.
I
would take Ayton. And it's not because of skill sets. I think Cat has more skill sets than Ayton does, but I think Ayton plays really hard.
Yeah.
I think Ayton has passion, and I don't fucking see that from Cat. I don't see passion.
Rudy Gobert is better than Cat, though, honestly.
Yeah, that's why he got paid the big bucks. But you can't build a team around Rudy Gobert, though.
No.
He's not like, and that's what hurts. It's like when you put a player like that on the team. Now, I mean, you're pushing Cat out of position one. He's not a power, especially not in this day and age. The power forward position is the new small forward position. If you think about it,
he can shoot, but he's not fast enough to.
No, he can shoot. He's
not nearly quick enough
correct.
to be guarding what the fours are like now.
Correct, because what the fours are like now is what threes used to be.
Yeah.
They are.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like Jason Tatum was playing the four.
I think Jason Tatum still does play the four.
Yeah.
And then Jaylen Brown's the three.
That's not a small guy.
Are you calling Cat a better version of Kwame Brown?
Kinda. You know what?
That's
dead ass. Dead ass. Cat is a more skilled version of Kwame Brown.
By the way, who are you talking about when you said ended up getting traded to Dallas at the end of the day? That's what I've been curious about. Yeah, Diamante's World said that, which is our boy Diamond.
We gotta get you on the show, by the way.
I'm kind of bitter that you're number one in my fantasy league because it's a trash ass team. You made your team worse, and he's still number one. He still wins games. Crazy to me. Can't believe it. But anyways, no, he really is though. He is a little bit of a better version than Kwame Brown.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is, bro.
Like
that's exactly what Cat is.
I don't even think Kwame Brown's the worst big to ever play though.
No, I don't think so either. Lamar, Odom.
Oh yeah. He did end up getting traded to Dallas because he was being a bitch. So
yeah, he was a bitch there too.
Yeah, he didn't do shit. That's when kind of like ended his career.
Yeah, I think that's like what a lot of these guys don't like think about either. I think it's really hard to be in season when everyone's playing, and then play shitty on purpose, and then expect to play hard, and then like not be shitty. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Kind of like what James Harden did to get out of Philadelphia.
Yeah. Or not get into Philadelphia.
Oh, Houston, my bad.
Yeah, or get out of Houston.
Get out of Houston.
But then even Brooklyn, he played like shit. You know, like because he
Honestly,
played.
he's still kind of playing like shit. He's not playing like James Harden isn't like. Is James Harden washed? Or is he close?
He's close, but he needs to change. I think, say like for example, James Harden and Westbrook, right, came in around the same time. You look at both of those players and you're like, okay, they're both on the decline, obviously. However, James Harden is skilled enough to change his play style and still be effective, right? Like think about Chris Paul, right? Chris Paul, when he was younger, was way. I mean, he did more. He did more scoring. He did more defensively. But now, as he's older, his roles change. His games change. He's not the same Chris Paul he was back with the Hornets. You know what I'm saying? Like he's different. And I think James Harden could do the same thing. I think he's going to become like your true point who can actually shoot. You know, he needs to become that guy. But Westbrook is not skilled enough to change his game.
Well,
I don't think Westbrook could ever become.
he's not skilled enough.
Yeah, I don't think Westbrook could become a guy where all he does is distribute and shoot. He's not going to be that guy. Westbrook's game is all athleticism. He's always relied on that. Yes, he's I'm not saying he's only an athlete, but I'm saying like that was his magna otis. That was his thing that made him better than the guy across from him. The thing that makes Harden better than the guy across from him is his skills, not his athleticism. Harden can hit a shot in many different ways, especially in this NBA. You got to be able to do that. You got to be able to hit a shot, hit a three-pointer, especially coming off the dribble at full speed sometimes. Westbrook can't do that. He's proven that he can't do that. I think Harden would be a better fit for the Lakers than Westbrook would be.
Absolutely not.
You don't think so?
No.
I think that's what they miss. I think they need a shooter.
If he can't, well, I mean, yes. If in the sense of if he like just like was just to be a shooter, he needs the ball too much. So.
But he could also move without the ball. Harden can move without the ball. Westbrook
I've
can't.
never seen it.
He can.
I've never seen it.
I think he could.
I
think he could do it more.
I don't think he'd nearly be as good.
I think if you said, hey, we need you to move without the ball because LeBron's going to be carrying the ball most of the time, I think Harden can go, okay, I can get that done. And I think he could be effective. I don't think he's going to drop 30. Shit. It'll maybe a rare game where he drops 20 that way. But I think he can do it better than Westbrook.
Well, yeah, because Westbrook's not a shooter. Westbrook's a facilitator.
Right.
I mean, that's not, but I mean, I just can't think. I can't believe what you said about like.
You can't see that though. You can't.
No, but honestly, Westbrook's the more skilled player than Harden. Not for the Lakers.
Skilled?
Yes.
Westbrook is not the more skilled player than Harden.
You're taking James Harden as a more overall basketball player than Russell Westbrook.
Okay. When I'm talking about skilled, I'm talking about things that he can do, dribbling the ball, passes that he can make with the ball, shots that he can create, not only just for himself, but what he can create for others because of how well he spaces the floor. When I'm looking at that, like,
are you just talking on the offensive end though, or the defensive end? Because Russell Westbrook is the better defender.
Russell Westbrook is a better defender.
I'm talking overall basketball
hands down,
player.
But defense mostly is relied upon on athleticism. If you put a guy, first off, I mean I'm not athletic anymore, but I'm athletic enough to where if you put a guy who's not athletic in front of me, I'm gonna get by his ass. It don't matter how good of a defensive player he thinks he is. But if he's athletic, yeah, I'm not gonna be able to get past that. That's what makes that's why Westbrook
the only
was
thing
good
Harden
for all
does
those
better
things.
than Westbrook is shoot.
Nah, he's a better dribbler. He's a better ball handler than Westbrook. He is a better passer.
I don't agree.
He is a better passer. He makes less turnovers. He's a more efficient player.
I definitely don't agree with that turnover one.
I think if you put if both of them created a practice, right, where they're putting you through drills, I think Harden's practice is going to be significantly harder.
I disagree. You know why? Because James Harden's game, and this is why I don't think he can move without the ball. Notice every team James Harden has been like the lead on, even with Philadelphia right now. He brings up the ball. What does he do? He dribbles up the court, right? He stands in one spot. He waits for one screen, and then he'll go left to the basket. That's all he does. It's an isolation game.
Yeah.
That's not the makes of a good basketball player. No.
That's not just his fault. That's also coaching.
Because why do you think the coaches do that? Because he's not that skilled at everything else.
No, he's not. It's not that he's not.
The coaches are working with what they got.
It's not he refuses to do so, but he could.
I don't really agree. I don't think so.
I think he could. I think he could. But that's why he'll never win a championship, because he won't. That's why Luka will never win a championship, because he won't ever become that player either.
I'm trying to see.
But guys like for example, Devin Booker could be both. Devin Booker is good without the ball and good with it. Guys like Steph Curry can do both. Good without the ball, good with it. Matter of fact, I think in this day and age in basketball, you have to be significantly better without the ball than with it, because everything is motion offense, right?
Mm-hmm. But that's not what James Harden's game is at all.
No, not right now. I'm saying it
ever,
could be.
not ever.
I think if he let go of his pride, he could be that player.
I don't think. Well, that's a big thing. That's a big what if though.
Yeah, but for both of them, I think Westbrook.
No, because Westbrook is like at first he's honestly Westbrook has let go of his pride. He's thriving ever since he's been on the bench. He was mad about being benched for the longest time. But he's been like significantly better since he's come off the bench. Significantly.
Still looks like Russell Westbrook out there. Still makes the same type of Russell Westbrook mistakes. Same type of bonehead decisions. Playoffs. NFL. You're right there at the tail end. Who's in? Who's out?
I don't give a fuck about football.
Of course you don't, because your fucking Raiders are losing. Now, let me go ahead.
Are your Chargers making it?
So right now we're in number 9 spot. I'm actually going to pull up the standings here real quick. Here we are. Oh, look at it. ESPN.
You guys actually probably moved up too with the Chargers losing. I mean, not
No,
the Chargers, the Patriots.
losing. Yeah, we for sure moved up. Well, does it move us up until we actually play the game, which we have you guys this week. So,
We might. Yeah, we'll see. Go playoff.
okay, here we have it. So playoff predictions. I'm just not even who's just going to make it, but also who do you think is going to win?
Yeah, I moved y'all up.
All right. First off,
I don't think the Jets are going to make it.
that's what I was going to say. First off, I don't think the Jets are going to make the playoffs. And if they did, they're that team that doesn't belong, like the Steelers last year or the Raiders.
They might.
That's like that shit is. You guys did not belong last year. Come on. And yes, the Chargers are finishing strong.
We belong more than you guys.
Bullshit, Doug. Come
You're
on.
all the ones who sold on yourselves.
On.
Think about what y'all could have been if you guys would have never tried to be so selfish. You wanted to run the clock.
Tennessee, are they one and done?
In the playoffs?
Yeah.
It depends on matchups, honestly. So what are they, 3? So that means they're playing 5th or 6th.
They would be playing the.
So 2 plays 6. No, 2 plays 7. 3 plays 6. So who's 6? Cincinnati.
Cincy right now.
That game can go either way, to be honest. It honestly really depends for that. If the standings stay like that, I think they can beat Tennessee.
Yeah.
Cincinnati. But honestly, that's a tough one because that's a good game.
That is a good game. I think what's going to make? I mean, it's going to be like last year.
I think they
think it's-
just beat Cincinnati this year.
Yeah.
Just last week.
It's going to be like last year's game. You know, like in the playoffs,
You
but
think-
without Tannehill.
No,
throwing
okay.
four
Oh,
picks.
okay. By the way,
You know?
okay, I take that back.
Go ahead.
Because that's what you just said. Spot on. Last
Mm-hmm.
year's game. Derrick Henry wasn't Derrick Henry last year.
No, he was coming off an injury.
Exactly. Derrick
Yeah,
Henry's
they're
back to
taking
Derrick Henry.
They're
so,
taking it real slow.
So I think
yeah.
I think the Titans win that game. I don't think they'd have to rely on Tannehill's arm.
Okay, so Titans win. They go to the next round, and that means I think they play Baltimore. If they win?
it depends on because you remember how the standings go. The number 1 seed plays the lowest seed
Oh, okay.
possible.
All right, so
So
it
you'd
would
have
be-
to honestly you'd have to look at like an actual playoff bracket
Mm-hmm.
because like everything is speculation.
So it would be Baltimore versus Miami.
I think Miami's beating them.
You think so?
Yes.
I think Harbaugh uses experience
I don't.
and beats a rookie head coach. I think.
In playoffs,
Yeah, I think Miami are they're one trick ponies. And they played earlier this year, and that was
Yeah,
a
but-
heated ass game. It was a really good game.
the problem I have with Baltimore is they don't have enough to make noise in playoffs. They're relying on just one guy.
Yeah.
And that's gonna get that man killed.
But I also think that Harbaugh is an underrated coach too. I think he's just. I think.
Oh, I agree.
And he's been there for
Harbaugh's
some.
a phenomenal coach.
Yeah, because they always win. Baltimore is always a winning team.
Yeah.
You know, no matter who's behind the center.
Right now, I put him on the same pedestal as like Mike Tomlin. To
I
be
put him
honest,
higher than Mike Tomlin, but
yeah, but I'm just saying, like, in
I mean,
general, they're
yeah.
great coaches.
they are both good coaches.
So, but I don't know. Until Baltimore can like get something,
They made a lot of trades. They got their defense better.
they got their defense better, but
I-
their defense can only do so much when they're constantly on the field because their offense is having trouble just moving the ball up and down the field.
Yeah, personally, I'm leaning towards Baltimore. I just
That's interesting.
I just feel like, especially with Lamar Jackson, this being a contract year. I mean, like it's. I think they're. I personally don't think the Ravens are bluffing when it comes to making this negotiation difficult. You know what I mean? Like I don't think the season's going to end and then Lamar's going to get what he wants.
I don't think Lamar Jackson's going to be a Raven for for much longer.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be a Raven next year.
He's going to be a Raven next year because they're going to tag him.
Yeah.
They're going to franchise tag him, and then he's not going to play at some point.
Where do you think he's going to go?
I don't know, bro. I don't know. It's hard to say. I can't. There's a lot of teams that should take Lamar Jackson over.
Yeah, and there's going to be a lot of quarterbacks that are going to move too. You know, like Aaron Rodgers is not going to be.
Yeah.
He's not. I could see him going to like a team like the Jets or
No, not the Jets.
No, he's gonna come. He's gonna come back to the east or to the west. If the 49ers are still feeling.
Lamar?
No, I'm thinking Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about Lamar
Well,
Jackson.
we were talking about both.
I can see Aaron Rodgers going to the Niners,
I can see Aaron Rodgers going to the Niners.
and I can see him being as successful as Russell Wilson is to the Broncos. I think Aaron Rodgers is close to being washed.
I don't think he's washed, but I do think that he's changing in the sense of he's not who he used to be, and he needs weapons. You know, like for example, that last year with Brady, it was looking kind of dicey, and then you start giving him some weapons with Tampa Bay, and then they win.
Oh, that's a good team, honestly, for Lamar.
Tampa Bay.
Yeah, he's from Miami, or he's from Florida.
You think
They
he's,
got Mike Evans, Godwin.
so? What do they do with Brady? Brady's retiring
If Brady retires, yeah, why not go after Lamar?
after they franchise tag him.
Yeah.
You might be onto something.
They got a solid running back, especially the rookie one, the rookie guy who's playing good right now.
I would love Lamar with Tampa Bay, actually.
Right?
That wouldn't be bad.
He's from Florida.
Yeah, I can see Lamar going to the Commanders.
I can't.
You can't?
Nah. I can see him
With
going to
Terry
a team
McLaurin?
in the. No.
That'd be a good.
I can
squad.
see him going more to like a team in his own division before that.
The Steelers.
Not the Steelers, but I'm just saying any team in their division.
I mean, that's the only team that's going to be open. I think Cleveland will be okay. I think Deshaun Watson's going to show us that he's still Deshaun Watson.
Oh yeah, that's true.
You know, I think.
Yeah, I mean him and the Steelers wouldn't be bad.
I can't picture him in a Steeler uniform now. This is
I
weird.
mean, you can say that with a lot of players. You thought I could never picture Khalil Mack wearing a Chargers jersey?
No, I couldn't picture that shit either. It's still fucking weird to me. I like it, but it's still weird to
Or
me.
what about Latavius Murray in a Broncos uniform? He was a Pro Bowler for the Raiders.
Yeah, but Latavius Murray has traveled around a lot.
Yeah, but I honestly, I wish we would have never got rid of him. I wish we would have never chose Marshawn Lynch over him.
I disagree with that.
He had a career year with us.
He did, but you can't say that.
Marshawn Lynch at the time was a year out of the league.
Yeah, but he was still Marshawn Lynch.
And
when he
Latavius Murray was also very younger.
Right, but when you look at Marshawn Lynch's last body of work, I mean, you can't be mad at the GM for making that choice. I mean, most people are going to look at that
Do you
situation.
know the stories about Marshawn Lynch though in practice?
No.
He didn't practice much.
Oh, well, that's why he performed the way he did. But what I'm
Which was subpar.
But what I'm saying is, like if you're a GM, okay, and fucking Marshawn Lynch hits you up and goes, "Hey, I want to be a part of the Raiders," and you're looking at his last body of work, you would be, I mean, there's no way you would not take that. That's like the Raiders passing up on Brady, going, "Well, they did."
Shut the fuck up.
Look where they're at now. He went to go win a fucking Super Bowl with Tampa Bay. That could have been you guys,
Shut the fuck up.
and I would have been pissed.
Fuck you.
I would have been pissed, but you know what I'm saying? Like it's, yeah. I think that was the right decision, even though it was the wrong result.
I don't think it was.
I think it was, man. I do. It's kind of like bringing AD to the Lakers. It was the right decision. They got one ring out of it, but
Let's go back to our playoff predictions.
okay. Colts obviously are not making it in.
So are you saying Buffalo is just gonna steamwash whoever the 7th is?
Yes, and it's probably going to be us. Buffalo would
Wow.
beat the Chargers right now. And, I mean, unless we have guys coming back healthy, which Slater, who's our Pro Bowl lineman, that's iffy if he comes back this year. They're saying that he possibly could come back by playoff time, but if not, I just think that Buffalo defense eats our line.
What about their offense? Diggs.
I'm not worried about their offense too much. I mean, Diggs is going to eat.
Their defense has actually dropped
Yeah, well,
dramatically.
what's his name got injured? That's right. Von Miller's IR now.
And then their Jordan Poyer, their safety's playing hurt. So
Mhm.
they're not even playing as good as.
That's 100% for sure.
Yeah.
Lamar.
So it would pretty much be a shootout between
Yeah.
Herbert and Allen.
Yeah, that might be a
And
good game then.
who wins the shootout?
Probably
Diggs?
no. I think we win the shootout. If it
Depends
does,
on if you guys are healthy.
if it becomes an offensive game, we win.
I don't know.
No. If it becomes an offensive game, we win. If it's a defensive game, they win.
It just
That's-
I think there's a lot of factors that it depends on. There's a lot.
They're not the fucking Chiefs.
I didn't say they were the Chiefs.
No, I'm saying they're okay. What I mean by that is, so the Chiefs game, both times, those are offensive games, right? The first game, to be honest with you, I think it was a fluke. I think we should have won that game.
Against the Chiefs?
Yeah, the first game. There was a coaching error. We were up by 3 points. We just hit a big play. We're on the 1 yard line, and instead of taking time off the clock and setting up a play, we try to hurry up after doing a 70-yard play, and we try to throw to the exact same guy who just ran for 70 yards. And he's gassed. He doesn't turn around, and it's a pick. And it's pick 6. Chiefs win. You know what I'm saying? So, that's a coaching error. First game was a fluke, right? Second game, I think the defenses didn't show up, right? It was an offensive game. We put up a score. Patrick Mahomes has 1 minute and 53 seconds. He's Patrick Mahomes. He wheels down there, he scores. Right? Josh Allen is not that. I think you give Josh Allen fucking 1 minute and 53 seconds against even our suspect D, I don't think they score.
He's proved that he can, though.
No, but I don't think he does. I just don't.
There's a lot of what ifs and factors that
Obviously.
play into this stuff.
Obviously.
So, I mean, because honestly, like, you can't deny that. I mean, you say he's overrated. The world doesn't say he's overrated, Josh Allen. But you just can't deny that, you know.
Yeah, but I think
it's possibility. We don't know how.
But I think him and Herbert are closer than him and Mahomes. Or Herbert and Mahomes. That's
Who has the better weapons, though?
In this sense, actually, I think we do. With a healthy Mike Williams and a healthy Keenan Allen, yeah, we are.
That's
the
what
better,
I'm saying.
We are the better offense because we have not only Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, but we also have Austin Eckler. But that's what I'm saying. If it's a shootout, we win. If it becomes an
Honestly, though, if Mike Williams isn't playing, I don't think you guys do.
No, if we're not 100%, I don't think.
If Mike Williams isn't playing, then I don't. Honestly, Eckler is good, but he's not a third option.
Yeah, and Keenan is not this guy who's going to. Keenan is not a 4 catches for 100 yards type.
He's
guy.
a possession receiver.
He's a
receptions.
Yeah, he's a 10 catches for 100 yards type of guy.
And Diggs is both.
Diggs is both.
Yeah, Diggs can be like he can hurt you on the long ball, and he can hurt you
exactly
catching it like 5 catches for 100 yards or 5 catches for 60 yards.
Exactly.
So that's why I think honestly, it just
but also
it really does depend.
But Asante Samuel Jr. has been playing extremely well. He has been,
but he's not. Honestly, is he locking up Diggs or even limiting him?
I think he's limiting him
to what?
I think if Asante Samuel Jr. was guarding Diggs the whole entire game, every single snap.
You want to know why I don't think that'd be a good idea to have him do it the whole game?
It's never a good idea. That's why he doesn't. That's why
this for the whole game.
That's why
Diggs is fucking light.
That's why it doesn't happen. Okay, sorry. So let me put it like this: for all possessions that Asante Samuel versus Diggs will have 2 receptions for 30 yards.
2 receptions for 30 yards.
I think that he'll have 1 big catch. He'll have 1 big catch. He's Stephon Diggs. Right, that's going to be that 20-yard catch.
I can honestly, that's pretty.
And then he'll have a first down catch, and that's his 30 yards.
But you don't put him on Diggs the whole game.
You don't put anybody on any player the whole game. That's why you switch it up. That's why
Darrelle Revis was different.
Yeah, well, that's why people like when they shit on fucking Jalen Ramsey, like, oh, well, so I think like, well, he wasn't even guarding him in that possession, and then not even that, they're playing zone, so he's not even the primary guy.
Honestly, though, that's why I feel Darrelle Revis was different. Because he did guard best guys.
In prime.
That's why
Prime was different.
Prime and Darrelle Revis, honestly, and Champ Bailey, you can even say.
Champ, for sure.
are probably the best corners of all time. Charles Woodson too.
Yeah, Woodson was that guy too.
Woodson locked up on number ones all around the field.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Those are the 4 standards.
What's
crazy too is that they're almost in different eras.
Yeah, we don't have guys like that right now. We did. I would say Patrick Peterson was close to that when he was in his prime, because he was locking motherfuckers up. Jalen Ramsey, I don't know. He's not a man type of dude. He plays a lot of zone. In every system he's been in, he's played a ton of zone.
His issue is that he's strong. And he tries to just body you.
Yeah. It's the same thing with Richard Sherman. Richard Sherman's not fast, but he was hella strong. He played a lot of zone, too.
Tall.
And tall. Yeah.
He's like 6'4". That's crazy. They had big-ass corners. Him and Byron Maxwell were like 6'4".
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's why they call him Legion of Boom.
Yeah. Yeah, and they fucking hit your ass, too. So you think twice about catching it. NFC. Let's look at that. I don't care who plays who. If they play the Niners, they're going to get kicked. I think the Niners are probably the team that might win the Super Bowl. That's my...
God, I hope not.
I hope not either. I don't. I would hate...
Ty Law.
Asante Samuel, no. Ty Law, nah. Ty Law,
both of them were very respectable.
Yeah, but they weren't man-to-man whole game, lock your ass up, and they weren't those guys. But they were really good.
Yeah,
they were really good.
So was Nnamdi at one point.
Yeah, Nnamdi Asomugha was actually a lockup dude for a minute. I'm trying to think. There was this dude in Jacksonville that was also
Jalen Ramsey.
No, No.
You talking about the guy that got converted to safety?
Fuck.
He was a Raider at one point.
I can't remember his name. He had dreads.
Reggie something.
No, it was Rashad something. I can't remember his name, but it was Rashad something. It's gonna bother me. He was a lockup guy.
Jenkins?
You might be right.
Yeah, I know I'm right because guess what?
Oh, you played the Raiders.
He converted to safety and went to the
Whatever.
Raiders.
Okay. Well, anyways,
later in his career.
All right. Darius Slay.
Darius Slay's not lockup right now.
He's I don't know. He's top.
He's good.
He's top 5 corner right now, for sure.
I don't think that was his name, by the way. I don't think it was Jenkins. But now it's
Jennings.
Jennings, that's what it was.
Rashard Jennings. It was
Rashard Jennings. Yeah, Rashard Jennings.
For sure. He was like that Asante Samuel. He was right there with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was good.
He was good. All right. Yeah. NFC 49ers. I think it goes through them. I think it goes through the 49ers and the Cowboys. I think those two teams are the teams that you have to watch out for. Now,
It's just sad that I kind of would want the Cowboys to go to the Super Bowl.
I prefer none of these teams to, and it's mostly especially the Niners and the Cowboys, just
Honestly,
because
though,
they're fans.
Honestly, out of all those teams, the top 7, I think I would prefer Minnesota going over anyone there.
Me too.
But I don't think they will.
Me
'Cause
too.
I don't think they're better than the Cowboys or the...
I don't think Kirk Cousins
Although
is that guy.
the Cowboys did just fuck their asses up. They beat them 40-3, remember?
Yeah. I just don't think Minnesota can pull the trigger like that. I think Kirk Cousins is not made for that. And I don't think that I would be overly optimistic if Jalen Hurts can come in on his very first big playoff run.
I already told you what I think's gonna happen with them.
I just don't see that happening.
I think they're gonna run into a good team in the playoffs. They're gonna get bounced out their first game.
Probably, and the sad thing is, who they're probably going to end up playing
It's the Cowboys.
is the Cowboys, because they'll have the bye, and the Cowboys will be the lowest seed.
They still got to play the Cowboys again this year.
Yeah, but they'll still have the bye.
Mm-hmm. No, they will.
Yeah, they'll still. I think.
Wait, how many games have the Cowboys lost? 3?
But I think Philly, the last game they lose is Cowboys. I think after that they win out.
In playoffs or in
No,
the league?
in league. I think they lose the Cowboys and then they win out. I just don't see unless something.
Because like I said, their schedule is soft.
Unless something drastic.
They don't have a good schedule.
Unless something drastic happens, they're going to win out.
Not just after the Cowboys.
I don't see. Well, Seattle might make it in over the Commanders.
I don't think so. The Commanders are on too much of a hot streak right now.
I see.
What's their win streak right now? They're at like 3 or 4.
I'm not sure. It doesn't say on here.
Oh, here.
It doesn't matter.
I don't think. I think the Seahawks had their chance to. They needed to beat the Raiders pretty much to go in, and since they lost to the Raiders.
Yeah, but it was a blow. I mean, it was a fucking high scoring game. I just think. I heavily underestimated Pete Carroll.
Well, I can agree with that.
I think Pete Carroll is that guy. I think Pete Carroll is Mike Tomlin.
They won 3 straight right now.
Okay. I think Pete Carroll's Mike Tomlin. I think Pete Carroll's Harbaugh.
You know who they'll make it over, if
Who?
anyone? The
Giants.
Giants, yeah.
Yeah, I think the Giants are done.
Because the Giants, now they play Washington twice in a row.
Yeah. I think the Giants are a one-trick pony.
Yeah.
I think you shut down the run game and boom, that's it. And as much as I...
Honestly, though, you know what? I'm gonna give credit to him, even though he's still not like that good. He's played much better this year.
Daniel Jones?
Yes, he's played way better this year than he has in his past couple years.
Because he has help. When you have
Doesn't-
no, that matters, dude. Like a lot of these teams realize you can't be. Not every quarterback is a 40 attempt quarterback. You know what I'm saying? So like, if you can't throw 40 attempts and complete at least 80% with 3 touchdowns, you need a run game. Some quarterbacks will never be that and still be okay. That's okay. He has help, and that's why he's doing better. When you have a guy like Saquon who could take the load off you, you're going to be better. as a quarterback every time. You don't think that's true? You think that's ridiculous?
No, I know it's true, but why can we still not give credit to his play? Because there's been guys that had weapons and it's still been shit.
I'm not saying don't give credit. You just said we got to give credit, and I said yeah. He's had help.
Yeah,
he's made the right decision.
But why does there gotta be an asterisk on the credit that we're giving him? That's all I'm saying. Like,
Why?
I agree with everything you're saying.
Why does it have to be an asterisk?
Yeah.
Okay, here it is. Okay.
Because there's been quarterbacks that have had
here-
weapons and still been shit.
Here's the asterisk right here. Here's why. Jimmy Garoppolo over Trey Lance. Do I think that if Trey Lance had the same offense that Jimmy had, and that the 49ers were running the offense the exact same way that they're running with Jimmy, that Trey Lance wouldn't be having a better season than Jimmy Garoppolo? Yes, he would. I think he was the better quarterback.
Trey Lance is a better quarterback?
I think he's the better
I
quarterback.
agree with you.
Right? But Jimmy Garoppolo, he's doing the right things. Now, am I going to go and give the credit to Jimmy even because they're winning games? No. They're not winning games because of him. He's not making the wrong decisions. He's being carried by that team, just like Daniel Jones is being carried. So that's the asterisk. It's I can't as a quarterback. Yes, they get too much credit for wins and they get too much credit for losses, but that's just the way the cookie crumbles, man. This is what it is. If we're gonna give credit where credit's due, I'm looking at Daniel Jones and I'm going, it don't go there. The credit goes to the ball and Saquon. The ball's a great coach.
I'm still giving him credit for playing much improved than what he has been. Because honestly, I thought he was like just going to be fucking like Ryan Leaf. But
We already have one in that league, in this league. He plays for the Jets.
exactly. So,
Ryan Leaf plays for the Jets. he bamboozled you all.
there's also
You got-
one that plays in Carolina too, to be honest.
He bamboozled you all. No, yeah, for sure.
Baker.
Baker is definitely Ryan Leaf. He got y'all. First round pick. First pick of the draft. Baker Mayfield.
Zach Wilson was in the first pick of the draft.
No, Zach Wilson was number 2.
Yeah. Trevor Lawrence was first pick.
He was number 2 over who I think the better quarterbacks were. Justin Fields. Justin Fields is a better quarterback, obviously.
Oh, absolutely.
Trey Lance was a better quarterback.
I don't know about Trey either, by the way, Michael. It's too... He hasn't played enough to say what he's going to be.
But he's better than Jimmy Garoppolo.
I'm not arguing that.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying
Jimmy G is more experienced, though.
Yeah, I'm not saying Trey's going to come in and be this, guy who's going to, carry a team to the Super Bowl on his back. I don't think he's ever going to be that. And I don't think guys like Justin Fields are going to be that. I don't think Justin Fields is going to. But you know who I could see become that?
Who?
I can see Jalen Hurts become that. I can see Jalen Hurts become the guy. I could see him becoming Vic. Vic was that man. Let's keep it real. He was that guy. He took that team to the playoffs every year. Most of the times to the NFC Championship, the Falcons team.
Would Jalen Hurts be having the season he having if he didn't have A.J. Brown?
Vic had weapons?
That's not what I asked.
Yes. No, he would not. He would still be in playoff contentions like he was last year. But he would not be having the same. He would not be having the same year. Okay. That team is stacked. That's a 10-1 team. When you look at it on paper, they're right where they.
On paper, they are, but
that's what I'm saying. When you
look at their schedule, it's not.
When you look at, fuck the schedule. They can't make the schedule. When you look at that team on paper,
I know they can't make the schedule, but it still matters.
When you look at that team on paper, they exactly are who they should have been.
With the right schedule, yeah.
I think even if they had the Chiefs schedule, which is the hardest schedule in the league, I think they still are 10-1. That's who they're supposed to be.
By the way, people are talking about that division, talking about the Philadelphia, Dallas, that division, because it's so great. But it's like I'm saying, all 4 of those teams had a low ranking schedule. Like Dallas had one of the weakest schedules, ranked wise.
Yeah.
That's why, is it really surprising that these teams are all over 500?
Yeah, I don't think that team is done. I don't think that division is the hardest division. I think the AFC East right now is.
Yeah, I agree.
You got the Bills, you got the Jets, And you got the Dolphins. I mean, that's rough.
The Patriots are always.
Oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? Hold on, going back up to that, their whole division is in the playoff run.
Yeah.
I mean, if all the cards,
their division is what the AFC West should have been.
Yeah, if all the cards fall the right way, their whole division could end up being in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good ass division. That's hard. When the worst team is 6-6 and the head coach is Belichick, that's a fucking problem.
True.
That's a fucking problem. You know, we've been doing this shit for like
we should wrap this up like never mind.
I'm hella hungry too.
I
didn't even get to finish my plate.
No, you don't wrap up a used condom.
You should wrap up a used condom. You should put hot sauce in it too, apparently.
That's disrespectful to the hot sauce.
You gotta make sure nothing falls out.
But no, we should definitely wrap this thing up like a Christmas present.
For sure. All right, well, if you've been hanging around with us for the last 2 hours, we really appreciate y'all, because that's fucking commitment. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and comment.
By the way, real quick, got an announcement to make. Audio listeners, be ready.
Yeah,
we're coming back to Apple Podcasts, Spotify, whatever the fuck you listen to it on. We'll be back on that bitch.
Yep.
This is episode 1 of the audio listeners. So, like, comment, subscribe.
Leave a review, because that helps out too.
Give us a 5-star.
Yeah, do all that. We need it. We like it. We appreciate it. And y'all have a good night. I think that's all I need to say. Right? Yeah. You got anything else you want to say?
It's cold as balls in here.
It's hella cold.
All
right, peace. It's that one.